Spooky month! Welcome.
Absolutely take your on-screen PNG and then just invert the colors so that way you're like a black cat for Halloween.
That's funny. Maybe, yeah. Spooky clothes for spooky month.
Spooky month. So we are going for anybody who even gives a fuck, sorry that we have yet again switched to a different game. I promise that we will go back to finish Chicken Police after we're done with Scarlet Hollow. But I said, I don't even know how long ago, it must have been at least like a year ago at this point, that we would play Scarlet Hollow for October this year. So
You did
we
say
would
that.
actually do something. So we're here with Scarlet Hollow. Saba, you are familiar with Kill the Princess, correct?
I am. I have seen it around. Watched a good
Kill the Princess, wildly successful. That one was a visual novel style, like Choices Matter, built in Ren'Py. This is the other game that is being made by the same people. I think it's like Black Tabby Games. I think we literally just saw it like a moment ago. Mm-hmm. This game is much more narratively focused. It's like I would say Kill the Princess is like a visual novel mixed with Stanley Parable, right? Because it's all about like narrative conflagration,
like an interesting
stuff
narrative
like
with like a weird world building kind of thing.
Right, but then like the continuity from one world to the next in Kill the Princess, like is not necessarily consistent. Whereas in Scarlet Hollow, this is one contiguous narrative over the course of 7 days, where your choices from episode to episode do absolutely matter. Like they carry over, and I think I said to you the other day when I was checking up to see if Chapter 5 was going to be coming out this year.
You said it was delayed, right?
Well, they said it was delayed by a year because they didn't even know if they were going to have the funding to finish this game, sadly. But then the wild success of Kill the Princess has assured that they are going to finish all 7 episodes of Scarlet Hollow. Presently, there's only 4 episodes out. Yeah. So
clearly they got something unique going on, which is good.
I'm about to say, I fucking loved this game. I binged the entire thing over the course of like 2 days. Now, that being said, we're probably going to have to... The plan is to do 1 episode per stream. So that way, like, the week of... the weekend after Halloween, we will be finishing Chapter 4, and then we'll be all buttoned up for when, like, the next chapter comes out next year or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I will warn both Saba and anybody who might be watching. This game, I mean, it's a spooky game, right? But it's not like overtly like spooky scary the entire time. Once again, it's very narratively focused. There are moments where it like dips into like, okay, now we're getting into the spooky shit. And I think they might even have a thing in a moment that asks whether or not we want this. But it gets pretty violent at times, like pretty grotesque and violent.
Let me put on the violent and graphic depictions in Twitch to let people know.
I would say that you don't need that right yet. I will, like, based on my, I guess if you don't trust my memory, maybe do put that tag on there. But I would say that we probably won't need that until Chapter 2. Because Chapter 1 is pretty much just like a bunch of establishing stuff. So I think you're going to be fine, but Chapter 2 is where you might need that tag. Yeah. As we begin here, Saba, I want to ask you, where's the start button?
I don't think it's hardcore mode. Maybe you click on the door.
So you want to know something that's silly? That hardcore mode is only there because
you finished it.
Okay,
because
right?
I saw
Start
load and
is
stuff
right
like that.
here.
What?
Start is right here because they didn't think about the UI like expanding, so Start is in the laurels underneath Scarlet Hollow.
Wow.
All right.
It'd be really funny if they did something where it was called like this is just me being quite like Scarlet Hollow, right? And the start was just
you
in the
just
name.
Put start in the title.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be cheeky. For clarification, by the way, originally the plan was to. By the way, does this look good, Saba? Does it look good to you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Originally
the plan. You or me?
Me. No, I'm fine. You're fine. You're fine. I get
okay.
it. No. Yeah.
Originally, the plan was for Saba to connect via Parsec as usual, but for some reason, this game specifically, the cursor disappears when you connect, when you run Parsec with this game simultaneously. So for the duration of this playthrough, Saba, this is Saba's playthrough. Saba is the one who's going to be making all the choices. I am simply going to be the one clicking on them.
Essentially, this is split brain in a weird way, though.
In a weird way, I guess that is true. Like you're the one making the decisions, whereas it's hand and brain chess. That's what it is. I'm hand, you're brain.
Yay!
All right. What I would recommend, by the way, because I know we already kind of discussed this a little bit. I would recommend you play a character in this game. Like, don't just be like, oh, I'm Saba in Scarlet Hollow. Make something. Yeah. So in that case, what do you want to, like, I assume this, but you can tell me if that's correct or not.
We can do that, because I don't really have any other names offhand that I...
Well, that's too bad, because you got to tell me what city you're from.
Rick!
Okay.
Rick, the son of a... Let me actually steal my one of my sister's things. Let's call it Nevermore.
Can we play as Dawn Leafeon? I mean, hey, it'll be Dawn, but in your heart, you'll know that her last name is Leafeon.
There you go. Let's do Nevermore. That's a city mice.
Like that?
Yeah, and it's spooky sounding. So...
Sure, why not? All right, so I will let you know this is just for your pronouns. We could just do she, her. There's no problem with that. The only difference is that obviously the pronouns that are used in dialogue will change depending on what your preferences were here, and then some dialogue will shift depending on like what gender you are in relation to the person you're talking to. Like literally lines will change, but at the same time, like that's obviously fine.
Yeah, we know. Okay. You could just.
I assume you were going to go with this, but the thing I actually wanted to discuss on this screen, did we even give her a last name? There's not really a reason to give a last name in this, Mikey. In this game, you're pretty much only going to be addressed as a first name. So if we called her Dawn Leafeon, everybody would just call her Dawn Leafeon every time. Like there would be no first and last name. So no. The thing that I actually wanted to talk about on this screen, since I knew you were just going to pick she, her, which is fine, was do you plan on engaging in the actual romance part of this game? Because there is like a romance aspect. It's not super in depth. Like this is, or it's not that it's not in depth. It's not like forefront, because this is not a dating sim with spooky elements. This is a horror narrative with people that you may or may not be attracted to. You don't even necessarily need to give me a straight answer right now, but I want you to like, I guess think about it, because you can absolutely just completely ignore any romance like dialogue in the game. Like we can just avoid
like
it.
smack someone in the face, like, why are you flirting with me? There's a monster killing. Stop it. Get some help.
Kinda, actually. Anyway.
I'll keep it in mind. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go with this. Here we are, Saba.
Oh.
These are the traits, the infamous traits that I've told you about before. So in my personal playthrough, I chose street smart and book smart. I will take a moment to try to explain what each of these things does.
If you hover over, does it say? Okay, yeah.
It gives you a thing, yes. So for street smart, the way I'm going to use like D&D terms a little bit. Street smart is essentially insight, deception, and survival all wrapped into one. Right? It's your ability to lie to people, detect that people are lying to you, and then your ability to know, oh, shit's about to go down, right? Whereas book smart is obviously what you would assume it would be. It's like you know a lot of facts, and you are very good at being able to discover new knowledge. And that's like a big part of it as well. Because obviously this is like a mystery game, right? In my personal playthrough, I chose street smart and book smart. which meant that I got a secondary, or a tertiary trait rather, called Smarty Pants, where my character was so smart that there were certain occasions where I was forced to choose certain dialogue options because my
it fit
character,
the narrative role. Yeah.
like my character simply would not allow themselves to be dumb, essentially. And it led to a very interesting sort of like gameplay, and that playthrough was very, very satisfying. Based on our conversations that we had in the past, I know that you're already going to pick hot.
I think this could be interesting doing hot, but the other ones are cool too. So I'm.
So we will discuss all four of those, but I would absolutely adore if we picked hot.
Okay, I'll keep that in the forefront of my mind. Yeah.
Extremely good looking, a natural flirt. People just like you probably because you're a good person.
I like.
And
the
straight
last
up,
one.
straight up, as far as I know, this is literally just you have maxed out your charisma stat, and people just go goo goo like when they talk to you. So the one I would like to say before you ask a question, the one I would like to say is that some of I do not know if any other combinations have tertiary traits, right? But the one that I saw a lot online was because I wanted to do like a little bit of research to be like, oh, what pairs well with hot? Apparently, nothing really pairs well with hot. Hot is just kind of like its own weird thing.
Yeah.
But people were saying that you can do a Disney princess run where you choose hot and talk to animals.
That's pretty funny.
Talk to animals is you can talk to animals. Animals can talk to you. It's a gift and a curse.
Yeah. Well, with hot, we're guaranteed. This is Silver. Well, with hot, we're guaranteed to be the final girl in this horror movie. That is true. But I was pretty like, much. I don't think I'm gonna do powerful build because.
We should read it. We should read it just for posterity.
Yeah.
Powerful build is tough as nails, the pinnacle of fitness, an imposing presence that commands the room, and a mean right hook. So this one is you can actually fight back against things that are assailing you. You can take a hit way better than most other like characters can, and you have a natural sense of like intimidation that you can.
Yeah,
do.
but if I'm
so
hot,
actually,
doesn't that just account for that?
Would be interesting.
But doesn't like being hot like okay? Well, obviously I'm not tough as nails, but I have a hot presence, right? It may not be the same thing as imposing, but I have a hot presence that could be imposing in a different way.
I would say it would be the difference between like The Rock looking at you angrily versus like Timothée Chalamet looking at you angrily, right? Like they're both very charming, but one of them is definitely more intimidating.
No, for sure. It's like having an incredibly hot person, an incredibly buff person, like walk into the room at the same time. I'm gonna be intimidated by both of them.
What if it's an incredibly hot buff?
But that is true, and that is true. That is another element to this. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna. By the way. Just real fast, I think I'm not gonna do the Street Smart or Book Smart because you did that just so we can get like new.
I mean, you're not allowed. I literally would not let you.
Yeah, but I was on board to begin with, so yeah.
Okay, good.
You know,
so then we have Keen Eye, observant with a knack for picking up on small details, and empathetic. This one is very interesting because I did see details of this where in Street Smart, you're really good at picking up on when people are lying to you. It doesn't tell you why, but it tells you that they're lying, right?
Okay.
And you don't even necessarily need to pick the dialogue option that affirms that you know that information. It straight up just tells you, like, this is a lie, and then you can choose how to respond to it, which is very cool. My understanding of Keen Eye is that it will give you a, like, not even status necessarily, but it will tell you, like, oh, such and such seems really upset because of this, which is really cool. And then obviously this is like your perception is super high. So like little details and whatnot will come to you much easier. And then we get to the fucking weirdo option, which I really like, which is mystical. You are strange and unusual. You see the threads of reality in ways others cannot. What the fuck does that mean?
That is, I don't even know what to say to that.
My understanding of mystical, just from a gameplay standpoint, my understanding of mystical is simply that it gives you premonitions on things that you should or should not do, essentially. So essentially you have 4. If we're picking hot, that's 1. right?
Yeah.
And then you have 4. Well, I guess you're not going for powerful.
No.
So of these 3,
So
which would you be
our
most
options
interested?
are Disney princess, like
Luna Lovegood.
Luna Lovegood, or
Right?
like a hot mom, maybe, because moms are very empathetic.
I was gonna. Well, based on
I
the
don't know.
icon, I would think of this as being more of like a detective.
Okay.
But that being said, you're not like necessarily smart. Like you, the player, would have to fill in the actual like brain portion.
Yeah, this is interesting. So you were
Because
kind of
all 3 of these are interesting.
Well, and I agree with you, and I think all 3 could potentially fit. Maybe I'll take out mystical. Welcome, Mike.
Hello.
Just because I was like, I don't know. I think keen eye or maybe talk to animals. Sting.
So the thing that I find interesting about this is that since I've already played the game, talk to animals, I have a better understanding as to how talk to animals might impact the playthrough.
Very spooky.
Right? Because I'm thinking about like the types of animals that you encounter, and it's like, oh, that would be kind of neat to be able to talk to them. But at the same time, just the general ubiquitous nature of like, oh, you're really good at picking up on details probably helps a lot.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, because you know the game a little bit better than me, so I was gonna be like, is there anything that you think would be useful to have?
Like if I had to take a guess, like it's hard, right? You're gonna have to make the final decision, obviously. Talk to animals, I have a better understanding as to how it would impact the playthrough. But I do think keen eye on a literal level is probably going to be more capital U useful.
Yeah, okay,
right?
So you know what I'm thinking? My brain, I think I've decided. So my brain thinks that we should do hot and keen eye, because if I were to do a second playthrough, right, I think mystical and talk to animals would be really well. Go really
Yo,
well.
you're just a fucking weirdo.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah. So I mean,
that's such a good idea. Oh,
yeah.
You're a genius.
Wavelength. So we're a smoking hot detective.
So what are we gonna call this? Because for me, I got the tertiary thing of smarty pants, right? And this I would just call weirdo, right? So
hot
what do we
with
call
keen
hot
eye?
plus keen
Like
eye?
it's super interesting, because like hot is like people. Can you cover on hot for, like I said, people just like you probably because you're a good person. No, it's not probably. It's because you are like an empathetic, like you see everything.
Sure.
Like you kind of see where I'm like trying to how these like kind of mesh together. It's like you're hot, but you also
is there like a hot detective from fiction, like hot?
I mean, an evil. I mean, she's. I don't need.
Oh my God, you're Carmen Sandiego.
I was thinking Carmen Sandiego, but she's technically evil,
although
right?
You're not. Although I guess you're not. Yeah, you're not. Yeah. I'll say she's not a detective. She's a thief. Carmen Sandiego is a thief. Hottest female detectives ranked by fans.
Strange and unusual. Beetlejuice smoke soundtrack.
Oh, you could be. We could say that you're. We could say that you're Scully, but Scully's really smart. From X-Files.
Oh. See, I don't have a like. It's almost like an archetype for me, but I can't really think of anyone.
There's a lot of these. Like I'm looking at the list. There. Oh, Velma.
But she's book smart though, I would say.
Exactly. That's kind of the problem. Well, because that's the thing. Like keen. Like I don't know how else you would really personify. Like having a keen eye within the fiction. I guess we don't have to. We just call this we could just call this like hot girl summer playthrough.
Hot girl.
Hot girl autumn.
Oh my God! It is the what is it? Yeah, the autumn girl. That's hilarious. Okay, we got it. We're gonna do it.
You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. For a moment, you are hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with many others that have come before it. But as your mind continues to reassess or reassert its existence on the waking world, the past few days come back into focus.
Pause real fast.
Yes.
When you got your second characteristic, did it appear right after you picked the 2 options?
No,
or does
it was much
later?
later.
Oh, okay.
You'll see in dialogue, it'll be like parentheses and then the trait that gives you that dialogue option. I got one much late. Like I had street smart. I saw street smart, I saw book smart, and then much later I saw smarty pants, and it was the only one I could pick.
Okay. All right, understood. Thank you.
Silveroon has absolutely named the playthrough Hot Girl Halloween. Nice. We gotta write that down because that's absolutely gonna be the name of episode 2 of this is Hot Girl Halloween. All right. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops in seedy depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Pearl and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with the side of the family.
Nice.
Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, as I was saying...
Oh, hello. Oh, no.
Oh, no. He's still here. So by the way, obviously I'm reading the intro right now, but I don't... what do you want to... do you want to... It's a visual novel, so typically it's 2 people talking back and forth. Do you want to read this whole game? If so, I don't know if we're going to finish a chapter per week. What do you want to do?
I think speaking it out loud's a little nicer just for
I do think it's fun. Not even for stream, just I think it's fun to read this, but
yeah.
How about this? Let's swap. I'll be this guy, you can be, since it's you can be your monologue.
Sounds good. Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago.
Straight up, I would buy this shirt. I want to, yeah!
You're right, he does have facial hair. It does look like a Zack guy.
I don't wear a beanie, but I am very self-conscious that I am absolutely this guy. I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly just messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were going to our usual prank stuff, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I would say, wait, what? What?
Well, do you want to read all the options?
Oh, sure. Wait, what? Dude, what's wrong with you? Hell yeah, sounds awesome. Why are you talking to me? Ooh, there is remain silent. Maybe, actually, let's remain silent. You do your best to keep a blank face. Waking up and by extension accidentally giving the strange man permission to keep talking to you was a mistake.
So this girl comes up to us, sweet her purse, about how she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend, and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad, not just playing. But she got swinging, and soon enough, she lost her balance and fell into the harbor on her own. We didn't even have to push her. This is really weird, actually, because I think this is a different story than what I got. I don't remember this. Maybe I just don't remember, but I'm about to say that'd be really cool if they had multiple intro stories that this guy could do depending on your playthrough. That'd be kind of neat. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she could call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became a girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. Though, about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, for real. And jeez, you ever just get so mad you could, kill somebody? Hot! See?
Did he say she tried to break up with him? Can't even begin to imagine what that might feel like. No one's ever broken up with you. Wow. Wow. That's apparently we're that type of hot, man. Okay, I honestly can't say anybody ever tried to break up with me. Right? And I kind of feel like killing someone right now. Never felt that way. Oh yeah, all the time. What's wrong with you? Smile and pretend he didn't just say that.
So there's no way of ignoring him, sadly.
Even though the last one's kind of like ignoring him.
Well, but you're smiling though, so you're still responding.
Yeah, let's keep on with the bottom option. Smile and pretend he didn't just say that.
I knew you'd get me. We understand each other. Somebody trying to break your heart, that changes a person. Makes them want to do things they never thought they'd want to do. I honestly could have killed that woman. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it.
Okay.
But I don't know if I'm, like, into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I always wanted to go there.
Like, interesting,
Ooh.
Kenai. Do you love her enough to make that work? But
So,
maybe the first one, yeah.
I would say, personally, it's up to you. Personally, when you get an option that is parenthetical, that is obviously unique content. Yeah, and that is an interesting question, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't see why not. I think that's a pretty option. You were so worked up by the thought of losing her that you wanted to kill her, but now that she's giving birth to a child you created together, you're planning on running off? Even if you love her, think about whether that love is strong enough that you'd be able to handle raising a kid together. Think about how your actions... This is way too moral for this guy. Think about how your actions are going to impact his life and whether removing yourself would be better for him in the long run. This guy cares.
Okay, so you're a hot therapist.
I'm a hot therapist.
You're oh gosh, this is a poll that you are absolutely not going to understand. Futurama hot doctor. Let me see if I can find her. Yeah. Okay, so there's this character. I guess it doesn't super fit one-to-one because she's actually smart, like she's actually a medical doctor. But there's this character from Futurama that they like constantly like bring up anytime they need anybody to be medical. Where her like the bit is just that she has giant titties, but she's also like a great doctor. Yeah. I think this is your character, but a therapist.
It's really funny.
Yeah. Good stuff to think about.
As I thought.
Anyways, where are you saying you're headed?
I didn't. Scarlet Hollow, just a small town. You probably haven't heard of it. Don't answer. I'm just gonna say just a small town.
That's probably Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in these parts. That's the only other stop on this until this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I'd know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way, though, actually. I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the Holler, you see, and there's always a job listing or two in the boards around here. I never want to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks. But my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die.
He looks back at his phone, and he's focused on that.
Oh, this is me. Yep. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you didn't get too bored without me. I didn't click, by the way. The game just moved on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the game just moved on.
It happens sometimes.
Here, I have something for you.
The stranger rifles through his backpack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts.
They're boiled peanuts! I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they drip all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Tip: sometimes picking dialogue options establishes new facts about who you are.
Nice. I love boiled peanuts. Take the peanuts. No thanks. Screw you and your peanuts. Screw you. I'm actually allergic to peanuts. Eat the peanuts. I'll just take the peanuts. I don't need to eat. Be like, sure, dude, okay.
You take the peanuts. You know what? Can I,
Oh my god, it's so red.
I thought there was a thing. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. Ah. Lower, please. Lower. Thank you. Oh, we can turn on text to speech. Okay. Let's see if that like helps out. It's just the dialogue. The dialogue keeps clipping into the other options and stuff. Right.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend.
Boiled peanuts? Is that a thing?
Not really.
And just like that,
Like,
the
he said he
stranger
got
is
them from a
gone.
gas station. Yeah, he said he got them from a gas station. So like he would have to have bought peanuts, then boiled them himself, and put them in a non-watertight bag.
Maybe you can finally get some sleep.
Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. End of the line.
Almost there. Bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. Sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. Driver quickly shuts the door behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you in this place behind. Hey!
What do you think her voice would sound like?
I don't even know deadpan?
Hey, Dawn.
You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos of her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha. She looks annoyed to be here. Oh my god, make a good first impression. It's like somebody needs a hug. Hey, Tabitha, give her your condolences.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If you chose hot, like, I don't know if it's gonna work on her, but like,
That would be funny, because I'm either between hot or like give condolences. What do you think here?
well, Oh yeah, just regular condolences, not give peanuts as condolence.
Yeah, no, not to give the peanuts as condolences. Watch, she'd be like, I'm allergic to peanuts. That would suck.
I mean, the thing I'm wondering now, because like, make a good first impression with a winning smile. This is a like, as far as we know, it was her mom that died. So it's like, is that really how you want to meet your estranged cousin? Is they just go hi, and then they have like a brilliant smile?
Yeah, okay, let's just give our condolences. Maybe this is not the time.
I'm about to say, so I think what's actually happening here is I think you have to be your character's brains. I think that otherwise it's too easy to just default to being hot.
Yeah. So yeah, give condolences. I'm so sorry for your loss, Tabitha.
Yes, great, thank you. Let's get back to the estate. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to.
Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. Who knows, maybe she hates hot people. So if you try to be like,
I mean,
yes,
if you,
I am hot.
look at her fucking tendrils for hair. Like, there's no way that she doesn't resent you for being hot already.
Yeah. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road.
You know what I just thought of as well that's kind of neat? They describe you as hot, meaning like, oh, you're good at, like, you're naturally good at flirting, and like people just like you probably because you're a good person, not because you're hot.
Also, I do like the idea of being hot as flirting. Like, you're good at flirting. I'm like, okay, I don't know if
I
that's
can see
like...
that. Well, like some people say, like people say, like what do you calls it? Like Benedict Cumberbatch or Botch is hot, right? Like people think that he's hot despite having like the face of an alien, you know? Like I think at some point hotness is really just about like your riz, right? But the thing I was going to say was that I really
charisma.
like how they don't actually describe what your body type is in this game.
You don't really have a visual of yourself then.
No, of course not. But I'm just saying, like, it's like you as the player could envision your character as whatever you think is hot, I guess.
Smart.
Which is neat.
Tip, dialogue.
Tip. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Sorry, no, you can. This is your. I think you should do this stuff.
Sure. Tip. Dialogue options labeled Explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. This one, I will say, obviously, as is our normal want in video games, we're going to try to explore as much as we can. But there are absolutely times and occasions where it's like, oh, there's an explore option here, but it's about talking about like her dead mother, right?
Yeah, so it's like probably let's not do that.
If that would absolutely like torpedo your relationship, so don't talk about that, right?
Yeah.
So.
Or how are you holding up, Explore? I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now. Yikes, Explore. So the funeral, Explore. I can't believe we never for this. Remain silent. See, this is the only frustrating thing where it's like obviously choose a dumb answer, but like, what is so the funeral? Like, I don't know what to expect for this like that option.
I would say that so the funeral in this context is more around like, so how is this going to work? Like, what's the actual schedule for the funeral?
I think that would be like fine to ask, right?
I don't see why not. Yeah.
Yeah. So the funeral, it's on Sunday, right?
Yep. Like I told you.
Geez, that's almost a whole week. Need any help planning? Have you worked out all the details yet? Remain silent. I would say need any help planning, because have you worked out all the details yet feels kind of like, eh. You need any help planning? If you ever need help with errands or scheduling, feel free to ask. I know this stuff isn't...
It's actually been fine. Just need the coffin and somebody to dig a hole.
Okay, these are all the same options. I think I would just remain silent.
It's really funny that the first time that they give you the option of exploring, it's straight up with the character who does not want to talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll probably remain silent now. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain. Because it's like, how are you holding up? I don't know. It's like my mom's dead. I don't think I would be holding up well. It's like, yeah, that's reasonable. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used to cramped apartments in gray cities. Oh, someone used to. Okay.
So it already made the decision that you are from the city. Okay, that's interesting.
Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. Because obviously, Zach, hot people need to be around other people, and cities have the most people to be around.
I mean, it depends. Because, like, I'm trying to remember, when I was Smarty Pants playthrough, I think you know what? I think it did also say something about, like, cramped apartments. I don't remember saying anything about the city, but regardless.
The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you. A jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long... Yeah, I'd be too scared. So anything on a cliffside.
I'm about to say,
freaky.
I find the structure to be interesting in general, obviously. Scarlet Hollow is the name of like the entire like town, whereas this is just like Scarlet Manor, I believe. Obviously allusions to like the House of Usher, right? Obviously. But I do find it very interesting that like the parts of the manor that are falling apart are in fact the ones that are closest to the cliff anyway. Right. Yeah. So that's just kind of an interesting visual overall.
You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive. Each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobweb. You can hear doors creak on the hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Freaky.
Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering around anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And the hallways, I guess. But only the hallway you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being.
Cool, thanks. So you live here. It's beautiful. Lie and say it's beautiful. Place is falling apart. I thought y'all were loaded. Can't you afford to fix this? Remain silent. I think I would just say, like, okay, thanks.
Shall we begin our tour? Follow me.
You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Jesus, this is like on the the living space is the far right of the house that's not close to the cliff side.
Exactly.
Y'all stay there.
Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixins for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Tip: some explore options prevent you from taking others. Choose carefully.
Someone cleans this place? You said someone actually cleans this place? Have you ever actually seen that happen, or does this person just say they didn't keep... Why am I even questioning this? This is so nice. It's nice. It's perfect. Awesome, I love PB&J. Is there somewhere in town to buy food? What if I want ice cream? Alright, what's next? Should we do... Is there somewhere in town to buy food? I'd be like, sure, but it's like really far away, I'm assuming. I might want to eat something other than PB&J this week. Is there somewhere in town we can get groceries?
Well, aren't you fancy? Yes, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online, though, so I wouldn't be going with you.
General store, how very folksy, but I'm your guest. Oh, didn't actually budget for groceries this week. Sweet, thanks. I'll just say sweet, thanks.
I mean, not to be too keen on it, but I assume that as a hot person, you probably have some spending money.
Yeah. Or am I the type of hot who just expects everyone else to pay for me? I don't know what they thought.
That's kind of what I was getting at. Cool. Good talk.
No, I'd leave. Alright, what's next?
Bathroom. Follow me.
But I don't understand why they didn't give me the option to talk about that cat. Look at him.
The cat also does not want to talk to you.
Oh.
Look at that cat. That cat could not give less of a fuck about you, Saba. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm saying, great. It's been hours since I've gone. To the bathroom.
Fuck. You know what I just thought of? Okay, give me 1 second. I straight up have to. If I stop streaming, does that fuck up your record or your stream at all, or would it just go blank for a second?
I mean, I could just close the window for a second.
Okay, can you do that? Well, okay.
Hold on, let me just go to live full. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want right now. You're fine.
Okay. I'm gonna throw on an overlay real quick. Okay, can you see the screen?
Not on your thing, and my thing is still Scarlet Hollow. But no one can see on my end.
Okay, right. But no, Saba, can you see the game?
Yes, I can see the game.
Okay, close your eyes.
Oh, okay. My eyes are closed.
I had to click through my save files from the other game so we can save this game. And I don't want you to get, because on Renpai it gives you like
an
a
image.
screen, like a screenshot, yeah. So I just don't want you to see anything, and I don't know how far. Okay, got it. We're all set.
Can I open my eyes now?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
There you go. Gives you an idea. It was pretty much 1 page of saves per chapter. So
okay.
All right, we're back.
Okay,
sorry about that. Thank you, Silverrune. I appreciate that.
As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Yeah, I'm gonna ask, is that your cat? Is that your cat? What's its name?
Frou-Frou, do not try to pet her. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know.
Leave the cat be. Obviously, we respect the sanctity of cats. Decide to follow Tabitha's advice.
Shall we move on? The bathroom awaits.
You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights, it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors.
Guest bathroom, not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you want if you must.
There's a toothbrush in a wine glass that I think is still filled with wine. It is a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. Ugh. Is this us talking to her? Who exactly uses this bathroom? Wait, are you sure this toilet works? The worst bathroom I've ever seen. What a nice bathroom. Never mind, I don't need to go. Lift the toilet seat, baby! Let's go!
He's gonna do that right now.
Yeah. I mean, is the door closed? I'm assuming, yeah. Bug skitter to the hole as you lift the seat. I mean, okay. I don't have to go, per se. You're good, actually. I think after I've seen cockroaches, I probably won't touch it for now.
I'm about to say, straight up, if I was in this situation, I would just go into town to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I would just be like, I'm okay.
You want to know something that's butt fucking crazy about this game, by the way? You are, like, it would be a little bit of a hike, but you are within walking distance of town, which means that I, in real life, live further away from the nearest non-home bathroom than this motherfucker does. And we're on top of a mountain!
You aren't desperate enough for this. You know, on second thought, I don't think I need to go. Okay.
You might as well try, since we're here.
What do you mean, try? You came back from toilet? Well, I don't think we're gonna be going on this toilet. I guess let's ask if there's another bathroom. Is there another bathroom I could use?
There's my mother's bathroom, and there's my departed mother's. But this one's the guest bathroom, so you get to so you should get used to using it.
I would say not, because in my eyes, I would be like, well, I'm just gonna clean this at a different time, and then if I want to use it, I can. So just maybe not right now. Not right now. I think I'm good. I'm good. You leave the bathroom to rejoin your cousin and finish the tour. You still have to go, but it can wait until later. Maybe you'll sneak out to the garden. Come on. It looks like a nice toilet. Well, Mike, I don't know if you saw the plethora of cockroaches that fled from the toilet seat, but I don't think I want to sit where cockroach butts were, okay?
Oh, that's so funny.
Next to you.
Oh, there we go. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me.
You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. The room smells old, dust, mildew, wood rot. It has it all. A week of sleeping in this place might give you permanent lung damage.
This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Jamie wash them last week. I had to endure half an hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you'd better be grateful. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty.
Ooh, explore P9. What's with all the boxes? This room is amazing. What a dump. It seems a little dusty. Room is nice, thank you. We used to sleep here? I guess I'll get settled in. Island. We can ask about the boxes. Yeah. What's with all the boxes?
I love how Tabitha just always looks like she just fucking hates you. It's like, oh god. Old family stuff.
I mean, I guess it. I don't like. No, let's just say okay. I won't. Because I don't imagine
this
like.
One?
Yeah. Why would we offer to help move them? Where would else she would, like, put it? Like,
where else would she put them? Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. I won't press you on it.
Great. Thanks.
I'm just gonna say I guess. I guess I'll start to get settled in because let's not ask who used to sleep here. Because I don't want to know. Okay. I'd rather not know.
Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see me much. Tip: some dialogue options will open additional conversation paths. Some right away, others down the line.
Explore hot. Okay, so if it's cool if I bring someone over at some point this week? No! Why would you do that?
Hey, is it okay if I get fucking dick down while I'm staying in your home?
Okay, there was blood between our moms, but there doesn't have to be between us. That seems nice.
That's a cool dialogue option. That's a cool dialogue option, actually.
Let's go. Where are you going? What am I supposed to do while you're gone? Are you sure you can't take the day off? Did I do something wrong? Are you sure you're okay? I won't keep you, but we should get back. Let Tabitha leave. Let's do the keen eye. I had to go through the stupid option of the hot one, so I'm happy that keen eye balanced it out.
I love how, like, because I don't think that the game will adjust to your choices in that way over time. Like, I think it's still going to keep, like, it almost feels like hot is a joke, right?
Yeah, like, I thought hot would be more along the lines of, like, we ask, like, someone a question, and because we're hot, they're more willing to tell us.
They just inherently answer, right?
Yeah.
I think what we'll probably end up seeing is, because I'm thinking of some occasions even later in this chapter where, like, characters are not super happy with you. I think that scene will diverge because you are hot.
Okay,
right?
Well, let's hope so. So yeah. I don't know what happened when my mom left, but that has nothing to do with me. You asked me to come here, but you're acting all pissed off that I actually can't. You just start fresh now that us. I didn't realize I'd be saying I can't. You're pissed off at me.
Okay, I'm sorry I've been testy since you got here. You've been fine. I'm just under a lot of pressure right now. Please just stay out of my hair until later, okay? I have work to do. Immediately.
Yeah, let's just like go past the hot.
All of that.
Okay. Keep going. I feel like I'm just gonna be like, yeah. Like, I just don't like. I want to just be like, I won't keep you, but just let Tabitha leave. Yeah, just let her go. Like, okay, go. Decide to let Tabitha leave.
Are we all set then? Okay, I'll see you tonight.
Okay, your cousin leaves through the front door. And now it's just you and this sprawling, decrepit estate. A PPJ sounds great. Settle into your rooms. Go straight to the forbidden wings of the estate. Might as well head into town. I would say you should settle, put your stuff into the room, and then if you want to head to town, let's do that first.
Okay, so we're just not going to explore the house?
No! I don't want to fall through the floor. Clearly, Zach, this house is dying, and if I step into the forbidden wing, a giant beast will come out and start screaming at me.
You're not super wrong.
Now that your cousin is gone, the aches and pains of your journey sink into your bones. You stumble back up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. Stand at the entrance to your room. Let's not check the closet. Let's look at the...
There's 4 things here.
Yeah, and we can do some of these.
I mean, I don't know about you. I personally would want to go into town to use the bathroom before taking a nap. Otherwise, I would shit myself.
I think we could do this. Put your spare clothes into the dresser. I guess we're here for a while, right? Possum! It is quiet but angry. You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer, and a possum lurks within. It is quiet but angry.
Now,
close the
can
door.
you imagine if you, I don't know, had the ability to talk to animals?
Yeah. But we're gonna leave that for the Luna Lovegood playthrough, okay?
Offer your boiled peanuts!
Oh my god! Give him the peanut. I don't know why.
Grab the opossum.
Gently smack
the opossum.
Put clothes on top.
Put clothes on top of opossum. Hey, we got the peanuts, and we're definitely not gonna eat them.
Yeah.
Right?
How about we give it
straight? Okay, so I mean, if you're interested in this, I'll do this. But I want to point out, how fucked would it be if we gave this to him and then like checked back tomorrow and he was fucking dead because the peanuts were poisoned?
Well, he'll be a test run, I guess, for these peanuts. You hold out your still dripping bag of boiled peanuts. The possum hisses in disgust, stiffens and begins to drool, feigning death. We could just close the door now, yeah. You might as well leave it be. I mean, that's what was gonna happen anyway. You open this top drawer next. It's empty, a good place as you'll find to put your clothes.
There you go.
Based on the state of the house, you wonder if you would have been better off keeping your clothes nice clean. There's no going back now. I mean, those are extra clothes. How many clothes do I need?
No, that was your clothes. That was all of the clothes you packed.
Oh, well, it's okay. I'll just run around naked. It'll be fine.
I mean, you're hot, so you'll get away with it.
It's true. Let's check the painting, look out the window, and then we can go to town. Not the closet.
You don't want to check the closet?
No! There's demons in the closet, Zach! This must be an older relative of yours, judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Mary Belle Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, let's... window. I can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you own this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape.
Is that how you spell heyday?
I'm not sure. Is heyday with an A? Like H-A-Y?
Yeah, I always thought it was Hayday. Heyday definition and meaning. Okay. Period of one's greatest popularity, vigor, or prosperity. Well, what's heyday? H-A-Y.
I mean, maybe it's just like UK English versus like American English.
Saba, you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
That's literally the difference. Okay.
Here we go.
Well, it's strange how often that happens, man. I'm just like, I mean, it's like gray and gray, right?
You'd go out and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries. How much of a gardener am I? And do whatever you needed to do to return it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the song. Yeah, you definitely do that. Just not right now. It's not our place. I'm gonna say, do you want me to check the closet? Is that what I'm seeing?
You don't have to. It's your playthrough. It's your playthrough. I'm just, waving my skeletal hand.
Fine. Check the closet. I'm gonna die. See why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of the closet? There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. Unusable closet. No! Don't touch the doll! Don't do it.
Why not?
Because it's creepy. Look at its eyes, Zach. If you pick it up, it'll stare into your soul and then steal your soul. Some things are better left untouched. You close the closet behind you. Let's leave. No nap. Let's head into town. We're gonna see... Now that you're settled in, there's not much left for you to do here other than head out and explore the town. And you do just that. If you'd have known you'd wind up having to take a walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension, though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. We already did something! We already said something, okay? Hopefully it's better, though. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. It's really pretty out here. Finally, you made it back to town. The holler is that, as the guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a... Doggo!
Gretchen, come back! Don't bother that person. Oh, I haven't seen you around here before.
That dog's face is melting. But the young woman is noticeably flustered by her appearance. It's a phenomenon that you, as a hot, are all too familiar with. Oh my god.
Sorry about Gretchen. She can be very slippery when she wants to be. Hope she didn't scare you.
Pet the dog. A pug! She's so cute! Tell me more about this wonderful creature! I don't do too well with dogs. Is that supposed to be a dog? Introduce yourself, remain silent. Okay, we'll say something about the dog. Maybe we'll say a pug. She's so cute.
I love pugs. She's so... Oh, that's you.
Yeah,
sorry.
You're right. I do love pugs. She's so cute. I feel bad for their existence, but I do think they're cute.
Thanks. She is cute. Sure, most of her teeth have fallen out, and she has a couple of weird growths, but for a 17-year-old pug, that's pretty good.
17? She's 17. That's too old for a pug. Remain silent. That's amazing. 17's great.
Is that what you're picking? Is that what you're picking?
Yeah, that's me. 17? That's incredible!
It sure is. I'm hoping she beats the current record holder and makes it to 19. Or better yet, 20. The more time we get together, the better. Isn't that right, Gretch? What am I doing? I got so caught up in the excitement of meeting someone new, I entirely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Stella. Now, those of you out there might be thinking, Zach, is this the character who you immediately fell head over heels for and tried to romance for the entire fucking game?
I don't know. I haven't seen everyone.
The answer is obviously yes.
Is it because she has a Mothman shirt?
Straight up, I was just about to say, like, super into her whole thing that's going on, and then I noticed that she had a Mothman shirt, and I'm like, dude, yes! Thank you, Silveroon. Thank you, Silveroon. Oh, hold up. Why is it 77 degrees upstairs? What the fuck? Did the AC break?
He's gonna go look at that. Okay, viewers, do we think there's gonna be someone good looking enough for Dawn to date? Because that's the question. I don't know. We'll keep our eye out.
Sorry. What was that? Sorry?
Oh, nothing.
Okay,
You
great.
said this line.
Sorry, I looked over at my thermostat. It is 81 degrees outside, and it says that my room is 77, but the AC is set to 72. So either there's a 5-degree discrepancy or my thermostat just isn't working. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. Oh, Saba, this is so unfair. She absolutely didn't blush when I did my playthrough. That's bullshit.
That's because I'm incredibly hot, okay?
This is
People
horseshit,
can't
dude.
help
You get so
but
many
blush.
advantages. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral?
Do not offer her your boiled peanuts. Introduce yourself. Yep. Maybe. No. None of your business. Remain silent. So, I'm just wondering whether or not introducing yourself will confirm that we're here for the funeral.
I believe so, but you start by saying your name.
Yeah. Okay, let's go with that then. Hi, I'm Dawn.
You must be Tabby's cousin, right? That's the only person I can think of who would come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her, all alone up in that big house. Listen, dude, like, look at that fucking jawline and the natural dimple. You can't tell me this is not the perfect woman.
I'm sorry, did you say Tabby? Why do you want to know if she's putting up a front? She seems alright. Obviously, keen eye. But even though we've met a couple of hours, gotta be lying to say I wasn't worried about her. Is she always so, I don't know how she's doing and I don't care. Why do you care? She's awful. As far as I can tell, she openly hates me. I don't feel,
I mean, so
like,
obviously keen eye.
Yeah, obviously keen eye. I
Question.
would've... Yeah,
How do you feel about, Tabby?
I mean, I just imagine if she knows, like, if this is her town, obviously maybe people may call her different. So it's like, that's like normal.
I mean, if you want to skip it, we can.
I mean, we can ask her, I guess. Because that's like an explore option, right?
Correct. It does say that.
Yeah, so we can do that, yeah. Sorry, did you say Tabby? I'm sorry, did I hear you right? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so bubbly.
She did back when I knew her better. It's been a while. I hope she's okay.
There you go, keen eye then, yeah. I don't think she's doing too well. She's been icy, sure, but it feels like she's putting it on as a front.
She's always been a little rough around the edges, to be honest. It's always been hard to tell if that's just the way she is or if she's been putting on an act her whole life. To think she's been up in that old mansion all by herself. It'll probably do her good for now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself.
How long have you known her? Are you two friends? She's really not... Wow, there's really just an option of throw her into the garbage.
I mean, yeah, but these are like very disparate on purpose, right?
Yeah. How long have you known her? Now let me get... Oh, got it. Fast.
They have a easy button for me to do it through OBS now. Sorry,
yeah, so how long have you known her? Just the same line.
Oh, quite a long time. The town's really small, so everybody knows everybody else as far back as they can remember. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Puck, and she was Mustard Seed.
Nice.
As you might have expected, she was a little more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee. They got amazing biscuits. My treat.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Can I go to the bathroom first, though?
I need to shit.
The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. Din?
Yeah, it's like the white noise.
Oh, I see. Oh
Everybody turns.
A sudden halt as the patron realizes that a stranger has entered the establishment. Well, thanks, guys.
Hot. Hey, everybody. I'm Dawn. Saba. You gotta use this.
Okay, I may do that, okay? Just like, hey, what are you looking at? Because I wouldn't say that. Quietly slide into the nearest booth, silently stare at the patrons. No, see, everyone knows each other. It's you against them. You need to just approach openly.
Just fucking use your biceps a little bit, perk up your tits, and be like, "Hi, I'm Dawn." They're all gonna just give you free food. I promise.
If this is everyone, you gotta just be nice. Just be like, "Hey, everyone." Yeah, if everyone's close, then that's what you gotta do. Let's go, hot. Hey everyone, I'm Dawn, just in town for the funeral. Nice to meet y'all. Walk, walk, fashion baby. The woman behind the counter beams back at you.
Hello there, and welcome to the holler. You just let us know if you need anything, okay?
You nod politely, giving a small wave as you and Stella slide into the nearest booth. See, look! We're chill. We're relaxed.
Looks like you'll probably be the talk of the town for a while. It's not often folks around here meet many strangers, and with who you're related to, well, folks love their gossip, you know?
Keen eye, as you settle into the booth, you can't help but pick up some of the murmur of conversations around you. I imagine. I mean, that makes sense.
So it's not just visual. It's also...
I'm assuming it's perception.
Straight up, Keen eye is gonna help you a lot. Oh my god. Yo.
Yeah, listen in. You gotta... If people are chatting, you gotta keep doing. Stella turns to Gretchen while you take a look around the diner. At the counter, two policemen and a woman you assume to be the owner shoot sidelong glances in your direction while whispering to each other. Okay.
Dude, it's highlighting individual people. Dude, this is awesome. Nothing like this happened in my entire playthrough. So this must be Keen Eye exclusive.
Yay! Vivian's kid never actually... It's okay, we could just... You take the policeman.
Looks so much like her.
Yes, haunted eyes. I always thought it would go away once she found out about this town, but I guess unhappiness was baked into her DNA. Depressing! Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But my oh my, she wears it well, doesn't it? Because I'm hot!
No, because we're hot! Dude, like, straight up, I know that this is, like, fiction and they're obviously playing it up for humor or whatever, but, like, if this is what it's like being naturally hot in real life, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody, I think.
A young mother and her syrup-stained child sit at the table across from you.
Mommy, who's that?
Yeah. So would stare Tulip, that's Miss Tabitha's cousin.
Oh, wow, she's way beautiful.
Thank God she's not here. That would be so bad.
Tabitha would absolutely set fire to our room.
But that like sucks because like we didn't do anything, right? We're just because we're pretty. It's just
Oh God, that's so good. Oh, this game's awesome.
Silver Room. Wow, just witnessed our first murder. Poor Tabitha.
Oh my God. Read the line.
You shouldn't say such things. It's not very nice. Now, are you gonna finish your pancakes? They're almost cold, sweet pea, and we gotta get home to help Daddy. In the far back corner, a man sits alone at a small table, sipping coffee and reading a paper.
Why are there strangers who wander into town? Never gorgeous blonde ladies of an appropriate age. Why is it always coal boys, punks, and whippersnappers?
Lastly, a group of coal miners sit around the corner booth, readily scarfing down heaping plates of food.
So that's the boss's cousin.
There's that funeral this week, if I remember him right. For old Miss Pearline.
That's a really good North Carolina accent. You don't know that we're in North Carolina yet, but that's what it is.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't actually read the rest of the line, and when I started with the accent, I was like, oh wow, that does fit perfectly.
We're just gonna do whatever, it's fine. May she rot in peace.
Oh, let the lady rest, Lloyd. One shouldn't speak ill of the dead, no matter how foul they were, especially before they've been so much as lain to rest.
There was a thing that I wanted to point out, by the way, which is that I did before stuff that happened this week. I was looking at like how much would it cost to get like voice acting lessons or whatever, just like checking it out, and I didn't realize. Like, I guess I kind of always knew, but like the southern accent that I always use when I'm doing like voice acting and whatnot. This is obviously from Texas, right? That's very specific because I watched a lot of cowboy movies when I was younger. This is not North Carolina. It is also obviously not most of the other southern states. They all sound a little different from each other.
Yeah.
So-
No one was claiming I can realistically sound like some state, but I can sound like a general sounding accent, yeah. I don't know who that one is. Tabitha is a blessing compared to... So are they talking about Tabitha's mom?
They're talking about Tabitha's mom, correct.
Okay. Jesus.
May every scarlet burn in hell. Oh!
He's got a
wait.
bone to pick with.
Are we Dawn Scarlet?
I mean, we're part of like the family line. Maybe the last name's different if like our mom married, right? But like technically, we're part of the family.
I mean, I'm doing Stella, so I guess you got to do Avery.
Hey, Stella, I went ahead and fixed you a cup of coffee. Actually, place a cup of specially brewed coffee in front of Stella.
Aw, shucks. Thanks, Avery.
Here's some bacon for the little lady. Gretchen does look like she's just melting. Mix the bacon and digs in. Tip, you can hit the H button on your keyboard to hide the text box at any time. Oh.
So straight up, I'm gonna let you know, they're introducing that now because it's cute, right? And they obviously designed the artwork for that tutorial a little bit. Straight up, in later chapters, hiding the like UI elements is actually like pretty crucial for finding like hidden things in the environment.
Cool, okay. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, anything for you, darling?
Because you're hot.
What's with these peanuts? Isn't bacon bad for dogs?
I love this hot lady just constantly offering people a bag of fucking boiled peanuts, dude. It's so good.
Stella says she's buying, so I'll have one of everything, please, and thank you. Well, no, that's too much. How much is the coffee? Order the coffee. Order a biscuit and coffee. I think I like biscuit and... Wait, go down, though. I'm good, thanks. No, biscuit and coffee.
Biscuit and coffee?
Have you ever had my boiled peanuts? Oh, by the way, here's my attorney badge.
Silveroon, you're hurting my soul because you just made me want to launch into like a thing that happened in my playthrough, but maybe I'll get there later. It has to directly do with.
Oh my god! Look at Gretchen now.
Can
I have a biscuit and coffee, please? I heard they were really good. Best in the country. Avery pours the fragrant brew into the empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. What do you want? Okay, it may be hot, but doesn't mean you should hang around. Oh, and I'm sorry for the loss. Okay, that's fine. That's an okay reason to hang around.
And also, hot wasn't because they were hot. It's because you're hot.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I know I'm hot, but... no pictures. But okay, that was fine. Before you have a chance to respond, they're gone. That's...
Glad you took my advice with the biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyways, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week.
What day is
Fuck it, Stella, you don't even know!
What day is it, though, by the way?
It is Monday. That's why the game is going to have 7 chapters, 1 per day.
Oh, 1 per day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The power of hot is already taking over. Man.
I do kind of like how Hot is like more like passive, like I said it would be, right? Of like people just being like, well, damn. There's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for like little kids, but I do it every month anyway.
We like books.
Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that'll be chapter 5. Let's go.
Ooh.
No, chapter 5 would be Friday. Fuck, never mind. I'm an idiot.
Chapter 6.
Let's go! And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion.
Potluck like a church thing? Cool. None of that really strikes my fancy. Remains silent. I say the first one probably, right?
Church thing?
Yeah, I don't know if there is or isn't. The potluck like a church thing? Would it be weird for me to come if I'm not a member?
There's a, I genuinely wonder if it's going to come up in this conversation or not, because she's already attracted to you, right, for obvious reasons. In my conversation, I was immediately like, this is absolutely going to be my wife. There is no way that this is not going to happen. But because I was smarty pants, there was like a point in the conversation where my character's dialogue started like becoming like a run-on sentence. Like, it was clear that I was just, like, rambling, spitting, like, a bunch of facts, trying to just keep the conversation going. And Stella, like, just chuckled and was like, you're okay. Don't be nervous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because clearly that was, like, the thing that I was trying to do. Whereas, like, I wonder if that's going to happen here, but in reverse, where she's going to talk too much. No. The Sunday thing is coincidental. It's actually hosted by the library. Not too many people go to church around here, if I'm being honest.
That's fine.
By the way, not North Carolina. Like, it literally is. Like, you'll see in a bit that it is literally North Carolina, but, like, there's no way you would have a town in North Carolina where the church isn't one of, like, the core elements of the town.
Non-religious community in the rural South? I get that. That's a shame. Well, like, yeah, religion sucks. What is, like, I get that mean in this context?
I don't know. What do you think it means?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking the questions. Like, what do you mean I get that? What are we supposed to get? Not many people go to church around here, but that's not even a thing I can get.
I mean, if I were to say that, I, as a person, would mean, like, yeah, I get that. It's the modern day. Religion is kind of phasing out slowly, you know? Did you see, by the way, that, like, either last week or the week before, the predominant religious belief in New Zealand was atheism? Like, they just don't believe.
I feel like I've seen.
Or sorry, not atheism, non-practicing.
Non-practicing. That seems reasonable. Let's go to maybe the top one. Yeah. Non-religious community in the rural South. That's got to be unusual.
I know. We must seem like such heathens. But there are plenty of God-fearing folks in town. They just aren't the biggest fans of the local church.
That's fine.
Well, the building's okay, but the pastor's another story. There's just something a little off about the guy. You'll get it. You'll get what I mean if you ever meet him. And unfortunately, you probably will. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week?
Let's see what options are. Kenai, do you have something in mind? What's it to you? No clue. I'm sure I'll be able to occupy myself. I'll probably just do what I can support Tabitha with this. Oh. I probably will say Kenai, but, like, it is a bit of a bummer because I do, like, I'll probably just support Tabitha. But, yeah, let's do Kenai.
Really? Why is this one piquing your interest?
Well, because the idea, I really don't know what I would be doing, but I imagine, like, it's like a formality to kind of be like,
right, but she already declined you to help her, right? Like, you
but like, look, no. Support Tabitha could mean staying away from Tabitha, right?
I'm gonna Saba, this is a you suggesting an alien type Pokemon thing. Like that's clearly not what support means in this context, right?
Okay, I guess I have a broader... Okay, that's fine. Let's just go with Kenai.
You can say broader, but like there is like support has a connotation of like, oh, I'm gonna be there with Tabitha to support her, you know. I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Something's telling me this is a loaded question. You've got something in mind.
Was it that obvious? My job means I spend a lot of time in the woods with a camera, and it's always better when somebody else is there too.
Biscuits! Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Here's your biscuit. When he says it's on the house, she sends her condolences.
Okay, his accent is gone now. Or sorry, their accent is gone now.
Thanks, it looks great. You didn't have to do that. What do I look like? A charity case? Chow down. Probably just be like, thanks. Thanks, it looks great. Thanks, Avery, it looks great. We got the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. Nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface.
I'm really hungry.
Take a bite. It melts into your mouth as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Really, this is a perfect biscuit.
I've had better.
Whoa, this is the best biscuit I've ever had, but that's not... Yeah, just say whoa, whoa. Whoa, this is a really good biscuit. Wow.
I'm so glad you like it.
They laced it with drugs. That's why it tastes. Only have one biscuit. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous?
Oh, Avery, I'm not famous.
Look, if you're not gonna go around tooting your own horn, you know, I'm gonna do it for you.
I'm a YouTuber.
Wow! In the rural south?
Right? Like, it's like straight up, I was like, fucking, what?
I mean, I guess they didn't tell us like a time frame, but I guess this makes it...
This is modern
Yeah.
day.
Modern.
This was, I think the game started coming out 4 years ago? 5 years ago? It would have been before the pandemic, I think.
Wait, what? What kind of videos do you do? Wow, that's rad. Oh, okay. How does that make you money? You and everyone else remain silent. I guess we should ask what videos she does. Ooh, what kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids! You should really check out her channel, Dawn. It's amazing.
I think the... Oh, sorry.
No, still, yeah. I think the best video to start with would be the river one. Not the lake, but, you know, the controversial.
Oh, yeah, the Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much out of that footage at the time, but it wound up being my most popular video by far.
That's what it's normally like, I think.
So, the River Runner is a cryptid that that's only known from a single sighting. Two Boy Scouts thought... I'm sorry, I was befuddled because two Boy Scouts being all capitalized. I was like, is that like a company? No. Boy Scouts is a proper title.
Yeah.
Thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera.
Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. What does that say?
Scared in the woods.
Is that what that is? That is
Scared in the woods. Haunted ice cream parlor, and then this one is lo-fi beats to chill/study to.
That's really.
What is her? It's Appalachia, but something Appalachia. I don't know what it says. Anyway.
Despite the shaky camera footage, you can clearly make out the shape of the creature's head and its relative body proportion. You're pretty sure it's a cat, and a big one at that. We don't say anything.
Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've seen. I also had people saying it was a dog, or even a capybara that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. I'm still not sure what it is, and I'm the only one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes.
Let's not say it looks like a big cat. That's an honest to God cryptid there. Oh,
Okay,
yeah, totally
hold up, Saba.
Hold on.
Why are you not saying that it's a big cat? Are you trying to get in the good graces of Stella? Is that what's happening?
No, I'm essentially being like, if this is what she does, why would I, like, bluntly be like, no, you're wrong. It's just a big cat. Like, I think by default saying that's more rude than just being like, okay, cool. Sure. Whatever it is, you should leave it alone. I don't believe in cryptids. Remain silent. I don't know if I like any of these apps.
I mean, if you're being like just a regular charismatic conversationalist, you would say number 2 probably.
Okay, because the only other thing is in my eyes, it looks like a big cat, but like, who knows, right? I just don't know how the dialogue would play out.
Right, you
so
would
I guess
say that, but this is obviously
yeah. So I guess let's just go with 2. Honest to God, goodness, cryptid right there. No way that's a beaver or a dog, and there's no way a capybara would be swimming in a river in the mountains of North Carolina. Unless there's some North American colony of capybaras in Appalachia, but that would still count as a cryptid, wouldn't it? Like, I think that's fun, right? That's a fun thing to say.
What? Just like an animal in a region of the world that it's not supposed to be?
But it's kind of like, it's not even just that. It's kind of like we're not also being like, oh yeah, I'm like cryptid crazy. It's like, no, this is kind of like a funny thing. Lighthearted.
With my with book smarts, I had the option to list off like 2 or 3 other cryptids that it might be, because that was just like a thing, right? Like, it's just I remember this, and she was into that. She was like, oh, maybe. So that was cool. Yeah, until someone catches a capybara up here, that would still count as a cryptid by most standards. My comment section went nuts for this footage, and from there it spread to Twitter pretty fast. There were polls for days. I even had actual experts weighing in. It was all a really cool experience. And it meant the video did some pretty great numbers.
Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. Sure, it's not like any local sanctuaries were missing one, but there's always people keeping exotic animals as pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation.
Exactly. Some exotic pet owners set it free, and now will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and the YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd like to come along? It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the...
Wait, no spoilers.
Whoops, sorry, Avery.
It's okay. I should probably get back to it instead of staying around chatting with friends. See y'all around.
Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after the skunk ape.
What's... Ew, stinky! What's skunk ape? Heck yeah! Isn't that just worse Bigfoot? I guess we could just ask what skunk ape is. What's a skunk ape?
It's like Bigfoot, but smellier. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating.
Are you sure that lady just wasn't describing her husband?
Skunk ape. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against the darkening sky, that sort of thing?
It's not a date. That depends. Will Gretchen be there?
This is bullshit, dude!
No, you don't get it!
This is not fair!
That depends. Will Gretchen be there? Absolutely. Against my better judgment, yes. Are you nuts? It's not like I have anything else going on. I think I want no and remain silent. I think I like either Gretchen or it's not like I have anything else going.
You can do Gretchen.
Yeah. It depends. Will Gretchen be there?
Of course. It's actually been a while since I've had anyone but Gretchen out there with me.
Say no more. I'm in.
is gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple of buddies of mine back in middle school, so it'll kind of be like a blast from
Middle
the
school?
past.
How long has she been doing this?
I believe she is presently in game. I think she's 27.
Middle school? Wow, that's a long
So that
time.
would have been like early days of YouTube.
That's pretty good.
Me and Kanika and Reese running around in the woods, flipping over rocks and bothering salamanders. Our videos were terrible, but we had a lot of fun, and that's all that mattered to us. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us, get the old gang back together. Though I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go.
Wait, so can you even reject this? Is this like more integral part to the narrative, or is this?
I have no idea if you cannot do this.
Okay.
Because it's like it's so important to what happens.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But Reese, I think there's a chance we can get him to come out of his hidey hole if he's up for it. Do you mind if I make a quick call?
Wow. I mean, they show
Okay, so
up.
it's just not good.
Sorry, I was just ringing
Reese,
noises.
dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by or? Okay, if you're really sure, but if you change your mind. Oh, I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out to the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. She's Tabitha's cousin. I know. Yeah, here for the week. Anyway, we're going to look for the skunk ape. We could take the easier trails if that would help. Dang, man. That sounds awful. I hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week and we can have a more low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring her. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Looks like it's just you and me, pal.
Explorer, did he ask you to bring me to his house? Is he okay? Are you okay? What's his deal? Good. Ugh. I mean, I don't want to assume that, like, they're talking about us. It's like, I guess we can ask, is he okay? Is he, yeah.
He's not feeling well, that's all. He had a lot going on in the past, 10 years or so. But I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. I can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Oh well, it's not my place to talk about, really. I just got a little excited thinking about him. Having him along is all. He's hilarious. You'd love him. We should swing by his place sometime this week.
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
haven't I met enough people already? No, it's just, that's
oh
nice.
my god.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. I'd love to meet. There's nothing else to do in this place.
Awesome. I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanika is much easier to track down since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can wait. We got a skunk ape to hunt. So we should probably head out if you want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand.
Pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. No, it's time to go to the bathroom. Just leave a tip. Leave a generous...
Not a generous tip?
How much money do we have? I guess maybe that means we're wealthy. Just leave a generous tip. Yeah, if we can just give money.
Well,
and
remember,
you get $50.
You have not yet established whether or not you have money.
Well, I'm hot, and I'm a therapist. So I think that means I'm
don't
rich.
know that.
I think that means I'm rich. So let's leave a generous tip. You reach into your pocket and pull out a crumpled $5 bill? That's rich, man. You know, it's a bit more than one would expect to get from such a short dining experience, but you might as well share the wealth while you got it. You have the bill, placing it on the table inconspicuously.
Aw, that's awesome of you. Avery will appreciate that, I'm sure.
Stella turns to leave the diner with you following close behind. I didn't get to pee! Oh, it's unacceptable. I should have been able to go to the bathroom before I left.
Holy fuck, look at the house, dude.
You know how long it would take to hike down that?
Apparently not that long, we just did it.
It had been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. A new place, far from civilization, and the people you know, following someone you just met in a dark forest in search of. Hey, there's a dog. You feel more alive than you've been in years, strangely calm. Hence, unsettled. Look at the dog looking over here. Sorry. Hence, unsettled. Not. You feel strangely.
You gonna do that?
Feel strangely calm. The setting sun paints beautiful colors in the sky. Fresh air fills your lungs, and pleasant crickets trill around you as night descends. This is where you're supposed. I don't know if I said that. With Stella by your side, a sweet smile on her face, and Gretchen plodding along in front of, without a care in the world. All I'm saying is that sometimes country air is nice.
Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer has been the hottest on record since last year, at least. You know how it is these days? Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change. Like normalcy is restored for only a moment.
I like the idea that summer is not normal, and it's like, yes, cold weather. That's normal.
I mean, you don't need to be disingenuous. She's obviously talking about it getting hotter and hotter every year.
Hotter and hot. No.
Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes.
You really expecting to find anything? Do you?
How did you look at his face and you're not?
I don't know
like,
what you're
okay.
talking about. Do you ever hunt other things that aren't cryptids, like ghosts and whatnot? Has anything bad ever happened to you on these hikes? What are the weirdest things you've seen out here other than cryptids? Let's move on. Let's ask about, like, ghosts and stuff. You ever hunt other things? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing?
Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. I never had much luck, though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back then, I started doing solo. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I could stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was just me and my camera in an old house, getting worked up over gusts of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I just can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there. But if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there actually were people out there who turned into animals. But werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beasts genre of cryptid.
Yeah.
As for demons, I don't know. Honestly, I don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist. Because if they really are out there, geez, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope all that is just bunk, am I right?
What about aliens? You think about aliens?
Don't even get me started. Did you see those UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real.
Heck yes, aliens are real. I'm skeptical. See, that's what the government wants you to think. I have absolutely no opinion on aliens. Remain silent. See, I feel like if I say I have absolutely no opinions on aliens, that's, like, really negative.
Yes,
I guess I could just say, heck yeah, I guess. Let's go opposite. Because I was going to be like, I don't know. Yes, but I guess that's what skeptical's for. But let's just say, yes. Aliens probably most likely
sure you
exist.
want it? Okay, sure. Let's do it.
Heck yes, aliens are real.
Nice. I knew we had a connection.
Honestly, the likelihood of aliens not being real is like, I feel like less. The probability is less than...
I mean, it's the part.
It's the idea of them It's the idea of them visiting Earth that's really tough, I guess. Like, I don't know if we're ever going to get around to doing it, but in the Hewn Lands of Iwa campaign that I've been like writing in the background for fucking 3 years or whatever.
That was like a big part of the world building that I had to establish, because the idea was that there were like extraterrestrial beings that came to the planet, and I had to be like, well, fucking, why would they come here? Like, who gives a shit about this?
Yeah, I'd probably agree with you about that. Yeah.
I had to come up with something like hyper specific and unique, because it's like,
why would
there
we
are
slow torture
aliens that exist in the world, like
if
there are terrestrials on other planets,
his
this
romantic
planet that
choice.
they are visiting must have a reason to do so, right?
Yeah.
And I came up with something that I ended up liking, and I think it was really cool for the world building. But like, that's the same question with Earth, right? Because like, Earth doesn't really have anything special other than the fact that it's in the habitable zone for us specifically, right?
Yeah.
It's
so it's like, I probably agree. Yeah, whether or not they would be here is one thing, but them existing probably, you know.
I'll say, with how big the fucking universe is, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know. Like, in a language with a thought pattern that we couldn't even begin to decipher.
He got to have Karlach and Baldur's Gate. Me, I didn't get a staring.
Playing an alien version of Scarlet Hollow, asking the same.
Who knows? Maybe I won't even like an
right?
alien game. No, in this game at least.
I know somebody who knows somebody who heard a story from this trucker in Fayetteville. His truck stopped in the middle of the road and just shut down completely, even though he had a full tank of gas. And suddenly, it looked like daylight outside. He could see cows in the fields, birds in the sky, and then this metallic thing, this egg thing, appeared floating in front of his truck. He passed out, and when he woke up, he was missing one of his pinkies. It was like it had never been there before. It was just smooth skin where a pinky should be. I know it's a secondhand source, but but there's plenty more of it.
I mean, that is
and
weird.
If they are true...
What if he just lied? Maybe it's just sleep paralysis. Could have been the government. What's up with this in the government conspiracy option? Because I don't want to say, like, once again, I'm totally down to be like, oh, aliens are real, but like you just said, I don't know if they're here. I don't like any. I guess let's just go with I'm convinced. Let's just be like aliens. Oh. Makes sense to me.
For sure. And even if this one's hogwash, there's a lot of evidence out there.
Are you really expecting to find anything? Has anything bad? I don't want to ask if anything bad happened. What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here? Let's say that one. What weird stuff have you seen?
Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if that counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tetanus Lake! That's definitely the weirdest. It's a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage, with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it's there until you've stepped on it. It was particularly solid ground with how much it had been compressed. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It's all stuff from the 50s, too, which is super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser, like a little souvenir.
Let's move on.
Did you hear that?
Sound of a snapping. Oh, it's a guy.
Hello, it's me. It's a guy. I mean, I'm Stella, so you gotta help me out here.
Calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Same to you, Stella. You're always jumping at nothing, girl.
Whew. Sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were...
Some creature of darkness. Nah, girly, just old Duke. Now what the hell are you looking for way out here?
Skunk ape.
Sorry I asked. And who's this you suckered into coming with you? Need a tick. You aren't. Is that?
Yep.
I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Another stranger, another opportunity for a salty introduction. No! Keep your peanuts to yourself! God dang it!
Oh my god, this guy walks up to you and he has a fucking gun and you just like offer him peanuts.
Want a peanut?
Oh dude, that's so fucking funny.
Keep your peanuts to yourself, okay? Can't be showing off your peanuts first time you introduce yourself to someone.
To Duke?
Anyone. Once again, remember the dripping bag of boiled peanuts you have on your person and briefly consider offering them to Duke before realizing that it would probably be more of an insult than anything else. You keep them hidden away.
Dude, fucking dump the peanuts. Just dump the peanuts.
I wasn't even allowed to go to the bathroom, Zach. What do you mean? You think I'm allowed to dump these peanuts?
I'm about to say, you should keep that in mind for the stuff that's gonna happen in a little bit. Like, you have not gone to the bathroom in fucking... Like, when you got off the bus, it had already been hours since the last time you were able to go to the bathroom. And now it's been,
I don't know
like,
what you want from me. They didn't give me the option to go to the bathroom. I would have taken a piss at the diner, but they didn't let me do that.
Straight up, I think that is kind of bullshit.
Now both of y'all head back on to town, you hear? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. Not dealing with my own critters and won't be too appreciating if a couple of fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife.
What are you hunting tonight?
Something
Some
tall and hairy? Yeah. Oh.
Something musky? You see anything like that recently?
What did you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Damn camera down.
Oh, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm really good at tracking. You know I learned from the best.
That you did, but I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it, the way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chunkabungas or whatever.
Oh, because he means she probably was looking for a chupacabra.
Chunkabunga. Something's been getting on my chickens. I lost 3 this week and can't afford to lose many more than that.
I'm so sorry to hear that. But, I wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chicken.
Now, see, this is why I don't want to come to you with these things. It ain't no skunk ape, whatever the hell it is. You know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. What?
Oh, Duke, I don't think it's...
I do, actually. It's those damn mountain lions. They're out there still. What do you mean, don't believe mountain lions? I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. I'm not gonna curse, but those bastards are sneaky. Of course, you won't find any in one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that that's what's been getting at my chickens. It couldn't be anything else. It could be raccoons. Raccoons will tear chickens' heads off. They're evil.
I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s, and even those were iffy.
I can't believe you go out there on your YouTube and saying some river monsters spotted by a couple of school-age Boy Scouts have been 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. Made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. They were calling me all kinds of names just for seeing things with my own eyes that I know to be true. I mean, she talked about that on her video?
If I recall correctly, the idea was that Duke went to her saying, hey, you look for things in the woods all the time. Can you help me? I think that there's a mountain lion that's been getting at my wildlife. Or I think I've seen a mountain lion.
And so she's like, okay, sure, why not? And so she made like a expose, like YouTube video on it. And the conclusion was that,
He doesn't think
obviously
so?
there weren't. But part of that video was her recording Duke talking about it. And obviously, as you can tell, he sounds like a crazy old man.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so I don't think Stella meant anything by it, but it's definitely a thing where she was probably just not thinking about it. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible.
You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. Me? And if you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. But we were here first, what? If you find a mountain lion, don't kill it. Right on, Duke. Kill the mountain lion. Can't just buy more chickens. Okay, let's go. Don't butt in. This is between Duke and Stella. So, no. You can't just buy more chickens. He said that. Maybe we could just say, don't butt in, because I don't want to presume that I could just tell Stella, okay, let's leave.
I'm about to say, like, you're brand new, so
yeah.
I think that's very fair. For I'll let you know, just for the ones that are significant, my book smarts in this context told me that, like, it gave me a more robust history of, like, oh, big cats in the Appalachian, like, mountains, right? And I gave, like, a small dissertation in the quote. But then directly below that was street smarts that said, I'm not gonna yuck this guy's yum, essentially, which I thought was really cool.
You stand awkwardly by as the two continue to argue.
Duke, you're just wasting your time. Just give us just one night out here to see what we can find, and I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, right. You'll get some shaky footage of a raccoon and claim it's heretofore? Unknown...
Heretofore.
Okay. Never
means
seen
never
it.
Before.
Heretofore unknown creature that has heat ray vision or such nonsense. Dude, I don't understand why you don't think a raccoon could have killed your chickens. I know what I'm looking for, and there's no way I'm backing down.
But I've got a film tonight. The video needs to be out by tomorrow evening, so I can keep on a schedule. If I miss an update, I might lose a new sponsor. Or I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what'll that mean for my career.
I ain't the only one on a schedule, and you well know my boy, Bo, and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty. We gone near a whole week, so our chicken coop might as well have a big all-you-can-eat sign on it. What if we help with his chickens? You know how I feel about my chickens. I couldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies. Let's just go, Stella. I don't see why I need to be out. This is too much pressure. Walk away. I would just say, let's just go. Because, like, we did come with her, and our other stuff is rude, right? If we're just like, well, I'm not dealing with this anymore, we just walk away from Stella.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. I concur.
Let's just go, Stella. He's not gonna budge.
You're right. No point in losing any more time arguing. Fine, we'll head back to town. Break a leg out there, dude.
This man's gonna die, isn't he? Break a what now?
I mean, good luck, old man.
Alright, have a nice night, y'all. Sorry, dude. If you're dead by tomorrow, rest in peace. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you're gonna sneak in there.
Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easily. Come on, I know the trail. That'll get us around him.
Yes, I knew you couldn't give up on the lead the way. Oh no, we aren't actually heading back into town. Are you sure you don't want to walk instead? No way, not with. Silently follow. I'm kind of like, I think the bottom. You should scroll down because I feel like my options. I feel like I would kind of want to be like, I don't necessarily want to be going into the woods with when a guy's like on the hunt with a shotgun, but that definitely does feel like, I don't want to say to blow our heads off. That doesn't feel right. So maybe we could be kind of like a little pensive to be like, are you sure you don't want to like just watch a movie instead? That's good. Wow, you wouldn't you rather go home and hang out, maybe watch a movie? I'm a lot less comfortable going out into the woods now that I know we'll be sharing them with a guy who will shoot anything that moves.
Aw, you don't have to worry about old Duke. I've been out tracking with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. We can always do a movie night later, but right now, my viewers come first. They demand cryptids, and I am duty bound to give them what they so crave.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're gonna be like, okay, we're fine, there's no shaking you, is there? You'll just follow me until I relent and go monster hunting with you.
I promise it'll be fun and safe. The trail is just up this way. Let's go.
Alright, well, I'm glad I don't have a choice.
All right, this looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera?
Hands you the camera and takes position. What? Oh, I see why it says that. You have to read it.
As night falls, my new assistant, the gorgeous Dawn, and I find ourselves on a big hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Oh, look at that! Look at the timestamp.
Oh, October 24th.
2022. I thought this game was older than that. I guess not though. That's cool. Well, let's say the game's only 2 years old. Oh shit! I just whacked the desk. My bad. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. That's the name of her fan base.
Searching Stellars, yeah.
I can take that camera off your hands now. We'll be able to start the tracking scene once the sun.
It's interesting because the camera that she has
away.
seems like way more old-fashioned, like older tech.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like they have like hand cams nowadays still do this. They still have like the viewfinder and stuff. But I wonder if she bought this specifically because of the aesthetic, right?
Well, maybe. Cool.
In the meantime, we get to take in all this gorgeous scenery.
The view isn't the only gorgeous thing out here. Okay, let's keep moving. It's breathtaking. It's hard to take it all in with all the danger. Being this far from civilization stressed me out. I've seen better. Not a fan of the bugs. That's just I'm a little more distracted from not wanting to be out here anymore. Quietly look into Stella's eyes. No, I want to look at Gretchen. Maybe we...
She's right there.
I know. Okay, I think this is maybe one where... I guess we could say, yeah, it's breathtaking.
You want to do that?
Yeah, it looks nice.
Stella is so down bad. Well, I think that's the thing that's like so shocking about how this playthrough is like, dude, straight up, it took my like Smarty Pants character, like Stella and I were flirtatious for like the first 3 episodes. It wasn't until episode 4 that she finally like started being romantically interested. Whereas like right now, she's immediately like Silvermoon said down bad, and I'm like, dude, what the hell? I had to do some bullshit.
Well, next time you just gotta play hot.
You're hot. What the hell? Horse crap.
It's breathtaking. The air is so clean and fresh. I feel like I'm breathing for the first time.
It is. I'm glad you came out here. Gretchen has no appreciation for beautiful mountain vistas, and it gets old saying wow to the empty expanse every time I come out here. It's nice to have someone to say wow with.
Oh, your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. What was that? Oh no, the skunk apes have found us. Is Duke back with his shotgun run? That has come for me at last. Goodbye, poor world. Remain silent. I guess normally we would say, what was that? That has come for me at last. Goodbye. Why? Why do you want to say that?
That's a really funny line. I'm just like, I love the idea of just like this hot lady, just as soon as she hears anything, like, I'm dying!
I mean, I guess we could be funny with that. But what was that?
I mean, if you want to do what was that, that's fine.
Yeah.
You want to do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my first use. What was that?
No need to panic. That's just the sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of their herd about big scary predators like this. Let's check it out.
Oh, like us. Don't turn on the flash. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. Don't do it.
Isn't this awesome? You have no idea what's about to show up here. I do, and I'm very excited.
No, we should just leave. Don't turn on like when the nights and oh god. Oh dear. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. And then it's gone. That looks like a deer that is sick as hell.
So I want to point out, and I think she talks about this in a second, but it is entirely possible because there are like deer have some of the most fucked up diseases possible. Like it's crazy. There's a disease that is exclusive to North American deer where their irises, not their sclera, but just their irises grow fur. And it pierces through their cornea and they go blind. Like that's it. Like they're crazy diseases. And so there's a thing where wild deer will often develop, it's kind of like a wart, but because of how their flesh like grows essentially, it turns into these giant pustulating like sacs on their bodies. But the thing is that typically it clears up over time. Whereas, like, there are pictures that you can find online of deer where it'll get it'll turn into like a grotesque like growth on them, and then either that will just fall off or it will dissipate over time. But you can find pictures online of like deer where it does not dissipate and it just keeps growing, and the deer look like that.
That's cute.
That's a real thing, which is crazy. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, they usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato, and they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they?
There was something wrong with that deer. Why did you bring her up here with you? Well, that got my heart rate up. I'm ready for the... Jeez, there's a lot. There's one where it's like, I'm ready to go. It's never too late to turn back.
For the hunt.
Remain silent. I guess we can ask about the deer, right? That's what you mentioning.
Yeah.
Yeah. See his face?
Now that you mention it, there was something a little off. So if you have... So, by the way, I'll tell you, there's an auto advance here. If you have this on, you only see that deer for like fucking 5 frames and it's gone.
Wow. Okay.
That's how it was supposed to be. I bet it has an abscess, maybe a tumor. It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. There's not much we can do about it.
Maybe I could say it's never too late to turn back. I guess we're a baby. Be baby.
You want to do that?
Yeah, let's just add a little flavor. Never too late to turn back. I don't actually think I'm really cut up for this sort of thing. Those deer genuinely spook me. I don't know if you want me weighing you down.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You're just aren't accustomed to the sounds of the forest yet. When you go on your first few night hikes, everything sounds like some horrible monster that's just waiting for an opportunity to shred you to bits. But eventually you realize it's mostly just deer and
I
raccoons.
don't think I would ever do a night hike. I am too much of a wuss to do a night hike. No thank you.
Probably won't go after you. Here, let's just take a quick snack break before we get into the night's activities. Maybe some food will help settle your nerves.
As long as it's not wet peanuts. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Take the trail mix, extra M&Ms, take a snack bar, take the dried apricots, take the sesame sticks. No thanks, I'm not really hungry. Just let me pee. I guess take the snack bar. Just take a snack bar. Grab a snack bar.
Excellent choice. A good source of energy and chocolate. They're cherry and cashew. Hope that's okay. I like to make my own. I tend to make them with my favorites, so I know that's not everyone's bag.
I know it's not everyone's bag. It's all food to me. I don't feel strong. Let cherries, let cashews silently tear into it. No, I'm a food lover. Okay, that'll. I'm just a big fan of food. Yeah. What can I say? I'm just a big fan of food in general, and these look great.
Thank you. I've had so many great recipes, or I have so many great recipes I can make for you this week. You'll definitely be well fed by the time you head home.
You and Stella settle down on an overlooked, snacks in hand, as the quiet sun-seeking wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted by the time being.
So, tell me what it's like in Nevermore. Do you have a house, an apartment? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Dawn.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm incredibly hot, and I can't really control how other people react to me, so I don't know.
I'm going to take this moment to remind you that certain dialogue options will, from this point on, establish canon about your character.
Okay. Dingy studio apartment. I live in a closet in a house. And roommates. I live in a doorless basement that floods whenever. These are depressing. I live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. I live in a 12 by 12 shed in someone's yard. I live in an internet cafe. I'd rather not say. Shrug and remain silent. Why are all of these kind of depressing?
Because if you weren't... If you had a different living situation, you wouldn't have to have taken the bus.
Okay.
Most likely, right? Like, if you were in a better living situation, it would have been different for you, right?
I guess the most neutral one is a apartment. Right? There's this one and there's a top one.
Dingy.
Wait. Is it... Wait. Now, this is just me speculating. You can just tell me if I'm wrong. Can a difficult roommate be a pet?
I genuinely do not know.
I guess I should say I live alone.
In a dingy studio apartment?
Yeah, I mean, the other one, I think, assumes that, like, oh, I live with my, like, ex or something in an apartment, and that's what it means.
I mean, it could also just be a roommate who doesn't like you.
Yeah, but I'm a loner, so yeah, alone.
Are you? Your character is super hot.
Yeah, just because I get so much attention when I walk outside, Zach. I need one space to be alone.
Live alone, okay?
At least for right now, okay? I live alone in a dingy studio apartment, and it's a mixed bag. You can say it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. At first, it was kind of nice to finally have space that was just mine, but now it feels cramped. Like I'm stuck in a closet alone and no one can come let me out because I chose this for myself, and as far as I know, I'm happy being there. Okay. Lights flicker, the toilet is constantly getting backed up because the landlady upstairs keeps flushing her cat's litter. It smells like cigarettes for some reason, and it's home to an extremely durable population of roaches. Yeah. But I guess it's home. I do what I can to spruce up the place. I got a plant, you know. They say living things are supposed to brighten up a room.
When you put it like that, I wonder if staying in that old mansion is a step up or a step down for you. Maybe just a step sideways. Have you tried looking for a different place or maybe finding a roommate? There's got to be a better apartment than that in the big city like Nevermore.
Thought about finding roommates. I've had enough bad roommates for a lifetime, and this is cheap. I've been saving up for something better. I would just say I guess I've probably been saving up for something better. But apparently, like, in Canada, I'm friggin' rich or something. But I can't afford a better place. Oh, I hear you. I've been saving up for something better.
How do you figure that in Canon you're rich?
Hey, I gave a generous $5 tip, okay?
You gave a
It must be
$5
I
tip.
must be a millionaire if I can give a $5 tip.
Sure, if you say so. Oh, yeah? So, what do you do for a living?
I build programmatic ads for a company nobody's ever heard of. I sell arts and crafts on Etsy. I'm a first-year associate at a big law firm. I'm a streamer. I'm a student. I'm a teacher. I'm in the service industry. I'd rather not say remain silent. You know, let's do, like, Etsy. That'd be cute.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
So, I will let you know that with the book smarts option, I had a slight variation of a first-year associate at a big law firm where it was essentially like I'm a first-year associate at a big law firm and it's going well, essentially, because I was like a smarty pants, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, arts and crafts on Etsy is kind of neat.
I have an Etsy store where I sell assorted arts and crafts. Sometimes I'll do commissions. Sometimes I'll just find something on the street and pick it up with a quirky design. Like giving something a mustache or painting it to look like a bee. Okay,
No.
that kind of thing. I was gonna be like, there are classy Etsy shops. We don't have to be.
I mean, once again, like, if you wanted your character to actually have money, I think being the streamer would have worked for you. And I'm not even talking, like, OnlyFans. I'm talking about, like, just like a Twitch booby streamer. Like, your character...
that would have been kind of... Yeah. Well, it's okay.
I mean, you picked it.
Yeah, I like the idea of an Etsy. I think Etsy shop... I think streamer, I'm like, it's a little too on the nose right now, which is kind of funny.
Considering that she's a YouTuber.
Yeah, so...
Alright. I want to point something out. I have no idea if Silveroon's even, like, paying attention properly, or if he just has us on the second monitor. But, Saba, if you'd be so kind, would you mind, like not looking at the screen for a moment?
Okay, away. Closing my eyes.
I'm giving Silveroon something very specific, so don't look at the screen. I'll be right back.
Okay. Anyway, I think I saw it on the screen before. There was bottom left some like white dots.
Oh shit! She already saw it. Never
yeah,
mind.
I already saw it. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I open my eyes?
Because remember, when I played this for the first time, it was fucking 2:30 a.m. when I got to this point.
Oh my god. Let me know when I can... Like, my eyes are still closed, by the way.
What the fuck is that?
Okay.
Oh, so you're an artist, and you upcycle trash. That's cool, Dawn.
It used to be cool, but now I don't know. Aw, thanks. I really love what I do. I think doing art, yeah. Let's just say aw, thanks. Thanks, Stella. Most people I know tend to raise their eyebrows when I tell them what I do, but you know what? I mean, she's a YouTuber. I think most people would respond similarly to her. It might not be much, but it's empowering to feel like I'm taking control of my own destiny.
Believe me, I can relate. I don't think I'd give up on what I do for anything.
Oh, the eyes are gone now. You know, for a moment, you think you catch something in the tree line from out of the corner of your eye, but before you can see anything, it's gone. Ooh, explore Kina. I think I saw something out there.
I mean, you picked it.
We saw it.
Right?
We did see it. We did see it. Gotta do it.
I like, you know what I'm thinking, where I'm realizing, so Keen Eye is clearly like, this is really good for a game like this. Like, this is actually crazy how useful Keen Eye has been. Whereas, like, I'm now realizing, like, we wanted to use hot in the sense of, like, oh,
It'll get us out of arguments easier, and it will mean that introductions are easier, right? Because people will be too busy staring out at how fat our ass is, right? But in actuality, it seems like the third thing that you're supposed to use it for is a quick jump start into romance. So there's like a whole third of the power that we're just not using. Whereas Kenai is just sick, dude. It just works.
Hell yeah. Okay, let's see it. I think I saw something out there.
It might be Skunk Ape. Do your best to pretend it isn't watching us. We don't want to scare it off.
Do not go after it! Let's ask about her living situation, since we're just chatting. What about you? What's your living situation?
Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside of town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it's has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it. I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been.
You know, keeping the house in the family, is it just you? Do you live alone, remain silent? I mean, the first one's just a better... She just said it's me and Gretchen, right? So didn't she already answer the question we're about to ask?
Saba, I need you to think about it for more than 2 seconds. What does this question imply?
I guess if you're dating anyone, is that what this is? No, I don't know that. I don't know. I'm blind.
Her family home that she's keeping in the family. What happened to the family, Saba?
Oh, okay. I don't know why that went over my head. I don't know why that went over my head. Okay, that's, yeah. Family house. I guess I just assumed, she's like...
This is the point where I will point out, you can pick whatever you want. It's entirely your option. If you're misunderstanding something, I will explain it a little bit to my understanding, obviously, but not every option is good, obviously, right? We saw that a lot with Tabitha, where she just didn't want to talk to us, so not talking was the correct answer. Whereas, like, I don't know, Saba, you tell me, do you think that someone who's been as kind and understanding as Stella will take kindly to us asking about the status of her family?
That does seem kind of forward. Ask.
But at the same time, she might be fine with it, right? You don't know how fresh the wound is.
My great-great-grandfather built... Because it's like, she does seem proud of her family. So you're right. Maybe if something happened to her family...
I missed the first part of that.
Oh, I said she seems proud of her family, so if it is, like, something that bad happened to them, that may feel like, pressing... a wound, so I guess we can just remain silent, because once again, I think she's just like, she is alone, so.
Right, because she said that, right? It's just me and Gretchen, so you already know that she lives alone. It's just that option number one, clearly this is not something I got in my option, right? So it is interesting, but at the same time, it's up to your discretion.
We can wait. So maybe, who knows? Maybe she'll say more, like, at a different time, you know? You don't have to ask this on the first point. Sense. Yeah, so we can remain silent, You hold your silence, uninterested or perhaps unwilling to probe Stella any further.
Whoa. Stella immediately packs her bag and slings it over her shoulder.
Everything else went quiet. Yeah, that's not a good sign. Yeah.
I'm about to say, that's the like I don't spend a lot of time in the woods, but even I know that that's a bad sign. If the bugs and birds shut the fuck up, you are not in a good place.
Yeah, we need to leave. Yeah. Kenai's smart. I could hear all sorts of wildlife just a second ago, and now it's quiet.
You're right. And whatever made that sound is close. Here, hold Gretchen's leash for me and let's check this out.
Wouldn't you go towards
You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all.
I'm sorry. What I saw was a chicken and then like an egg and then purple feet.
Weird. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be 2-3 feet tall? Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's heading north. Let's go after it.
But now we found okay, right behind you. What have you gotten me into? Do we have to? I think I would say do we have to? That's freaky.
Now's not the time to hesitate. If we catch this thing now, if we're gonna catch this thing, we gotta go now.
So we're going.
Stella sprints into the woods in pursuit, leaving you no choice but to run after her. Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash.
I guess at least we have a oh dear.
Oof.
Are you okay? Oh god, the monsters got you. We're gonna die out here. Oh good, the monsters will get you first. What? Why would you die? No, are you okay? The first one, right? You okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. Oh no, that poor thing. It's been one of Duke's. Oh Jesus, it's still alive.
I will mention before, because I was gonna be like, you could have remained silent, but Stella falling would have already caused enough noise that I think regardless, me saying anything, it wouldn't have mattered.
I think that's a good assessment. Correct.
Yeah.
I think that's a good assessment.
Should we investigate? Might as well, yeah. That's what looked like an egg.
You move towards Stella to get a closer look at the chicken. Don't let Gretchen too close. She'll try to bite if you don't stop her. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She seems nervous, squirming slightly against her harness.
Examine. Wouldn't it be like the weird oof?
I mean, the growth is clearly the thing that's
yeah,
like,
but
wrong,
this
right?
isn't us touching it, right?
I think it's just looking closer at it.
Okay, I think examine. Growth is the weird thing. Okay.
Good God. At first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched and taut, the growth pulsating beneath. Keen eye, looking more closely at the growth, you think you can see something squirming inside.
Yes, examine.
Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life.
Guess might as well explore everything before.
Looks like this is what Stella slipped on. The wing is barely still attached, but that seems to be the least of the chicken's concerns. Having investigated to your heart's content, you turn away to give Stella room to film. Ahem. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks. He's not, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, maybe something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Jeez, I'm gonna have to put up some massive content warnings for this video. Dude, what's with all these fucking bots? God damn it.
Man, Scarlet Hollow.
I'm about to say, apparently Scarlet Hollow is just the testing bed for bots everywhere. That was the 4th one today. And there's only like 2-3 people watching. Like, why? Like, bother Saba.
What?
I curse Saba with bots.
Do you hear that?
Do you hear that?
Oh. What in Sam Hill are you doing out here? Didn't I tell you to... Birdie? Oh, Birdie, what's wrong, darling? Good God.
Saba,
Like, let's...
do you hear that?
Yeah, of course I hear that!
Are you sure? What does it sound like?
I can't tell what they're saying. But it sounds demented. Did y'all see what did this to her? No, but I'm pretty sure we can hear them. We caught a glimpse of something earlier. It wasn't us. Please don't shoot me. Why should I tell you anything? Say nothing. I guess one, because the hearing part is crazy. So. See whatever did this to your bird, but I think we can hear them right now. Don't tell me you're all caught up in Stella's nonsense.
Duke, I'm so sorry. We were on the trail when we found her like this.
Put that camera away, for God's sakes, girl. I don't want to be another one of your videos. No one needs to see me like this. No one needs to see Birdie like this. You wouldn't put her online, would you? Not when she's like this, all swollen and hurting.
Duke, did you hear what Dawn said? I think they're coming closer.
Come out, you bastards! I'll shoot you.
Duke, don't shoot them. You have no idea what'll happen.
Let's, like... Gretchen's looking the other way. That's not good. You hear that, Stella? That ain't the sound of something peace-like. Whatever these things are, they'll pay for what they did to my girls. Gretchen looks scared. Come on, Duke. Come on, you, whatever your name is. Grab the flashlight and help me line up a good shot.
As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness.
We need to run. Quick, they're closing in on us.
Okay. Hey, Saba. Big fucking question. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna take the flashlight and turn it towards where he's looking? Or are you gonna try to go grab Gretchen? Do you remember what Stella said about Gretchen's harness?
Gretchen, will get out of the harness, presumably.
When she wants something bad enough, she can slip out pretty easy.
Yeah, but is she running away because she's afraid, or is she gonna, like, run towards, like, you know, the chicken? I'm assuming this is running away. Oh no. I hate stuff like this.
This is your first, like, I'm gonna let you know, this is your first, like, major decision.
The thing is, if I dive for Gretchen, I think perhaps Duke is gonna die. But if I don't dive for Gretchen, Gretchen's gonna die. I don't necessarily want to look at the creatures, so I think based off of that, I want to dive for Gretchen.
Understood. You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she managed to wriggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixate onto the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder.
Just, I mean, everyone, like, we're all facing... Oh, he shoots himself. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Hear a body hit the ground.
You hear a body hit the ground, and then quiet as the chaos
well,
fades
I was
and
right.
the sounds of nature creep back in. Gretchen? Dawn? Duke? You alright?
We're not dead, just a little shaken up. Say nothing. I guess I could just say yeah, but trail off. Okay, you?
I'm okay.
Gretchen whines and shakes.
Now that the intense part is over, I'll stop narrating. Hey, content warning.
Wait okay, hold on. Maybe I should do the thing then. I thought you said for number 2.
Well, you made a choice. You made a choice that affected this.
Okay, hold on. Okay. I guess the only bummer is, I don't know, some people... Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Hopefully it's not something where it's like... One is like the good option versus one is the bad option. If it's horror, I'm assuming both options kind of have something sucky to them, right?
You chose the same option I did, is what I'll tell you.
Okay.
I don't know if that means that one's good, one's bad, whatever, but I can tell you with confidence that I think this is the option that I chose. So Gretchen, here, I'll take her. My poor little pup. Thank you for watching out for her. Duke,
no, Duke got shotgun to the face.
Are you okay?
Aw. Aw.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Duke, holy shit. What do we do now? What the hell are we supposed to do?
We should not go after those things. You gotta find police. Just forget this ever happened. We please just go home. Stand in stunned silence. I would say maybe police. It's a small town, so... What do you mean, what do we do? We gotta take this to the police. The man's dead.
You're right. We have footage of what happened here, but it's so dark and shaky. It all seems so unbelievable. We need more footage. Come on, let's go after them before we lose our chance.
What do you mean? Are you nuts? A man is dead, Stella, we should. Man is dead.
So I don't know if she's about to say this. If you want, we will do this. Absolutely, 100%. I am fully behind you on this. I think Stella's logic is that what are they gonna what would the police believe? Would the police genuinely believe, Scoozy, that there's like some weird creatures out in the woods that that kind of induced Duke into shooting himself? Like, clearly he was going to shoot the creature, and then the creature up thrust the shotgun, right? Which is why his face is now into 60 pieces. And so she's like, we need evidence to prove definitively to the cops that it was not us.
Yeah, but if that was the cause of his death, what gives, I guess Stella has way too much confidence to be like, I'm gonna be fine as we look at these things. Look for these things.
she's also clearly an intrepid person, right?
Yeah.
So she's also just curious. But if you want, we can do this.
Yeah, a man is dead, Stella. A man is dead.
Yeah, you're right. Let's head back and call the police. My phone should get reception once we're back on the main road.
Not to, kill your vibe. I guess we're still gonna see these things anyway. As you and Stella quickly make your way back through the woods, the unearthly whispers of creatures unknown once again surround you. Keep moving. You say nothing. Continue forward with a grim determination. Look at that, Stella. They're around us anyway. We're almost there. That's you. But anyway, I'm feeling it too. You and Stella reach the main road. The whispers fade back into the sounds of nature.
So that's very interesting. Once again, we're sticking with our choices, right? These are the choices that you made. There is an entire fucking scene that you just skipped over.
Well,
like a huge scene that we now just will not have access for the rest of the game. Is that a death sentence? I do not think so, but it definitely means that this is obviously the point of the game, right? But there are definitely conversations that I had in my playthrough that you will no longer have access to because you do not have the video footage that you would have gotten if you went deeper into the woods. And that's really fascinating to me because now I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna do? I don't know. I do not know. It sounds like they stopped following us. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff.
Feel a buzz in your pocket. Tabitha is 6 calls from Tabitha. And 13 text messages. Tabitha seems worried. Yikes, Tabitha's been blowing up my phone. I didn't think Tabitha would be so needy. Oh, I think I'm in trouble. It's nothing important. We should call.
You want to call?
Yeah. I'm gonna call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voice. Text her that you're okay. Tabitha, I can let her know you're okay. The message sits unread. Okay. Tabitha seems worried. Yeah.
It is pretty late, isn't it? Hello, Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up in the mountain on Esgina Trail?
Esgina Trail, yeah.
Esgina Trail? Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry. Jesus, Earl. Who's gonna tell Bo? I guess now we wait.
Well, it's one thing if, like, only one person saw it. It's another thing, like, there's both of us. Like, we could both, guess whatever. They could just be like, well, you're both crazy. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives on the scene. Out of it walks two officers, Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night. Reasonable. True.
See, right there, a thing jumps out of the woods, and then the shotgun goes off. What in the Sam Hill? Whoa, what is that? Some kind of Pillsbury Doughboy?
Could have been a naked maniac.
No. There's more than one. They chase us through the woods. Whatever they aren't human. They killed Duke.
Uh-huh. Now we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence.
But okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery.
Notice Stella. You notice Stella popped something out of the camera and slide it up her sleeve. Stella stealing
Here you go,
things
Deputy Franklin.
from herself.
What do you mean stealing things?
From herself? Stealing the thing from her. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I...
Please, call me Earl.
Earl, and I will escort you in. Who are you exactly?
That's Dawn. She came into town for today for the funeral. Dawn, as in...
Tabitha's cousin, yeah.
Damn! Didn't think you'd actually show.
We'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk back on your own.
It wasn't, never mind. Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke's gonna be going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning.
Well, I'm sorry. Isn't there, like, creatures that could go and, like, eat him?
I want you to know, Saba, that you are 100% correct. Even if it is, like, small town, rural...
yeah,
well, not small town, but even if it is rural North Carolina, that is absolutely not procedure. A dead body left out overnight is absolutely going to be
Picked clean by, like, predators and scavengers and stuff. But these guys are not good at their jobs, as is the trope, right?
Yep, we only have a skeleton crew at the moment.
Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights.
We'll be on the alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. Now, if you kindly step into the vehicle, we could turn you safely back to your home.
Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left. We'll be fine.
Great, I'm gonna have to insist for your own safety.
Okay, thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits. Sure, Earl. You can hold Gretchen on the way back to town.
Oh my god. The cops usher you and Stella into the back of their squad car.
You are just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are.
Sheriff Hugby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately, but remains wholly focused on Stella. A worried look stretches across her little pug face as Hugby scratches behind her ears. Stella is quiet and stiff next to you, back rigid as she stares out the window, jaws clenched. Okay, do we not like cars? Do we not like cop cars? Okay, let's ask. I guess let's ask if she's good, because as I see a skeletal hands like hovering. Hey, Stella, you good? Doesn't respond.
She does not respond.
I don't think Stella's okay. They either remain. Maybe let's not like touch her, because some people don't like that. I guess we say I don't say it. Yeah, I don't think Stella's okay back here.
Oh, I'm sure it's just a little car sickness. She'll be right as rain once we get back to down the hill. Though she best try not to hurl in the meantime. We wouldn't want Franklin here to have to work late cleaning the squad car.
We're only a few minutes away now. Y'all better keep it together until then. Well,
soon the rumble of gravel beneath the tires gives way to uneven pavement. The car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. You do stay out of... Wait, that's you.
Oh, this is me. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this all sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was. What? IP Freely? Fox Mulder? Just say the name, our name. I don't know what those other ones are. Don. Sure, you're in town for the funeral. Good. Don't you go leaving before then. Imagine we need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on her first. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. Okay, whatever. Y'all have a good night now. Sure.
Bye-bye, Gretchen. And y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know where to get in touch, or how to get in touch.
Guy is dead. Whatever. Okay, people. Here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight.
I was about to say, that's the trope, right? In these sort of like horror movies, where it's like the cops are supposed to be the authority that you can turn to. Right. They're classically
movies.
Useless. Because you're right. Like, a dude was shot, and even from their perspective, I mean, if I wasn't me, if I was just a cop and someone was like, dude, there are creatures and they resulted in this man getting shot in the face, I would be like, all right, you're hysterical. But what I can assume is that in this video, I clearly see the guy shoot himself, right?
Yeah, so I should probably go take care of that.
Right. I would be like, okay, well, I'm going to go find that fucking body immediately, you know? And I understand it's like, oh, we have a skeleton crew or whatever, but like, what else are you guys doing?
Like, it's better to at least locate the body, right? And to, like, take quick pictures of its condition or whatever. And literally, then if you can't take it back, yeah, then whatever. But, like, at least you tried.
Like, I mean, because that's the thing, is, like, squad cars come with body bags. Like, that's something that they have in there. Or in the trunk, rather. So it's
that's even worse. They definitely should have done that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could absolutely bag him up, and then if you literally cannot carry him back through the woods, which I highly doubt that Franklin couldn't, bag him up so that way at least the predators have a harder time, you know?
Not to mention other departments are legally obligated to assist in cases like this. Honestly, who cares if it's his bowling night? How often do people get murdered in this town or die?
Right, exactly. Holy shit.
Okay, Stella, why the hell would you ask me if we could walk? Okay, well, that's her own thing. You don't mind me asking, why on earth did you want to walk? That seems much nicer. You seem a little blasé about everything. Keep an eye on me? Are they for real? I can't say I'm surprised. Why did I ever agree to go in the woods with you? Let's not do that. How are you holding up? Say nothing. How are you holding up, or can I ask why you wanted to walk?
It's an explorer.
Yeah, that's an explorer. You're right. Do that. You don't mind me asking, why on earth did you want to walk home?
That's a fair question. I just had some bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life or death. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry, I got weirded out. Or sorry, I weirded you out. God, what a night.
I will. This is now. Let's ask how she's holding up.
How am I holding up? I mean, not great, but I'm more worried about you. I can't believe they just implied that you're a suspect, even after we showed them all that footage. But it's okay. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. We'll go find out more about those things. If we can get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. So
That seems crazy.
This is what I was thinking of. It will not come up. I highly doubt that it will come up. Would you like to have a little bit of an over-under of what the scene that you missed was?
Sure, I don't mind.
A clearing, absolutely covered, blanketed even, in animals covered in growths.
Okay.
Arranged in a spiral formation.
Okay.
And you take a video of it.
Hitting Tojuji levels of freaky stuff. Okay.
Right? So
Yeah.
it's like, I had that in my back pocket because she swiped the SD card, right? I had that in my back pocket for the entire playthrough. So when the cops come back to ask questions, it's like, shut the fuck up, look at this crazy shit, and they could not ignore it. Mm-hmm. Now I wonder if like the cops are actually going to be more of a significant like hindrance in your playthrough because we just don't have that footage. It's very interesting.
New content, right?
Exactly. That's why I'm so fascinated. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never come across a thing like this. There is someone in town who might have some useful information. My friend's mom. Her place isn't far. We should head over now before it gets any later.
Sure, why not? Let's keep this nightmare going. I should check in on Tabitha. Does that mean leaving?
This means go back to the manor, yes.
You can talk to your friend's mom in bed. Screw this, I'm silently... I think we should get as much information as possible. We did text Tabitha that we're okay.
Right, you at least, like, let her know.
Yeah, so let's keep going, and then next time we see her, we can let her know what happened.
Wait, which one do you want to say?
I'm just gonna say let's do it. Internally, I'm thinking let's keep this nightmare going, but externally, I could just say let's go.
Awesome, let's go. I hope she's still awake.
Stella knocks on the corner of your eye.
You spot a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach.
The top one. Except watch it, guys. Top one.
She turns to look. Dawn.
No.
Welcome home.
No, thank you.
Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open and an older woman stands in the entryway. This is you. Older woman.
Wayne, I can't help you tonight.
You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the woods.
So clearly this lady knows what that is. Which...
It's Wayne.
Wayne, who's like, Dawn, welcome home.
Dawn.
I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this?
Hi, Miss Forsyth, or Mrs. Forsyth. This is Dawn. Is it okay if we come in?
Of course, you're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you could call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all.
I love how she only had 2 lines of dialogue where her title was Mrs. Forsyth, and now it's Sybil.
Sybil. Our place is cute. Tea is life. Welcome to my little nook. It's nice to finally meet you, Dawn. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed in the holler. And now poor Perlane is gone as well. And now Duke. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town.
Saba, you don't understand. Duke doesn't come from a wealthy and prestigious family, so he doesn't get fucking anything.
No. No, with the boiled peanuts! Why couldn't I have chucked the boiled peanuts at the monsters, huh? Why didn't you give me that option?
You also still haven't pissed.
I haven't pissed either. I probably pissed myself when we were there, let's be honest.
You had coffee and a buttered biscuit earlier. You absolutely need to do both 1 and 2.
Okay. Who was that outside? You knew my mom. Yeah.
Sorry.
Totally.
I thought you were picking it.
That makes sense, though. This is a question I would ask. Who is that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. I mean, how did you know that my mom died? I never met Perlane. I mean, what did she say?
It's Pearl Ann.
Pearl Ann. Sorry, I see Pearl, but then my mind shifts and I see Lane.
Yeah. It's Pearl Ann.
Pearl Ann. Okay. How do you know that my mom? I mean, I'm gonna say we need your help. I don't know. These people know each other. I just gonna say we need your help. Yeah. Straight to the point. Yes, I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late?
You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff?
I'm not sure I follow, dear. I know which oils to use for which aches. I know a bit about classical spiritualism. Just what sort of unexplainable things are you talking about?
Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods.
Oh, my lord, have you contacted the police? Yes, and apparently I'm a suspect.
Yes, and they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them.
I can't say I know much about local wildlife. My daughter has always had a brighter gift for nature than I.
Good point. Now that I was reminded of it. So obviously, speaking to animals, Gretchen, right?
Yeah.
Possum.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to these creatures.
Oh, you think
because I don't know if they count as animals, but if they do, wouldn't that be kind of sick to be like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. So anywho. This wasn't some local wildlife, Miss Forsyth or Mrs. Forsyth. Here, I can show you.
Stella pulls out the card she swiped and pops it into her phone.
I wasn't about to just let the police hold on to this, at least not before we had a chance to make a copy.
The cops are gonna be mad. Can't believe you're no.
I'm
just gonna say smooth, yeah. Smooth. The cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they accidentally erased it. True.
Excuse me. I would like to say accidentally with quotation marks, by the way. Exactly. I'll give it to them if they ask again, but for now, we can examine the footage ourselves.
The thing is, also clearly, apparently, like, it's visible, these creatures, like, in this footage.
So, my understanding, because you never get to see the footage, sadly, my understanding is that in the footage that I got, where it's the big, like, swirling circle of the thing, it's stable, clear footage of all the animals, and then you have, like, these creepy whatever things, like
wandering around, and so like that's like super clear, right? And that's why the cops had
Yeah,
to,
but it's like,
leave
even
me
though
alone.
this is like shaky, right?
In this
Or
case,
something.
it's shaky, but you definitely see like a weird, blurry white thing like come out and reach for the shotgun.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would still believe like it's enough to show that like this is off. This is something wrong here.
Exactly.
Where was this?
Up the mountain to the northwest.
Within the town limits?
Yes.
See. There a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can?
I'd need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back home to get mine.
No need. Anika should still be awake. She could lend us hers. Someone just stop the kettle! Please! You'd better come with me, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Okay, why did the kettle... I guess we came upstairs. That's why we didn't hear it anymore.
Keen eye. Kanika's door is covered with stickers. Their edges frayed from recent but fails attempt to remove them. This is a childhood room someone was unhappy to return to.
Interesting. Anika, come on out. We could use a little help.
By the way, I appreciate you going a little bit over time because we are very close to the end of the chapter.
Man, I'm engaged. It's okay. Feeling good.
See? Is this good?
Yeah. This is you. I got the old lady.
Well, what the fuck? Well, I'm already doing... it's hard for me to do female voices. What the fuck is this voice?
Annoyed? Like you
Well,
were
right
just...
now, yes. I mean, in general.
I guess a little bit deeper than you did than Stella.
Yeah, you're right, because going from this to this is really gonna, like, point it out. It's fine. What? Mom? Oh, hey, Stella. And Gretchen, who's a good potato. And a stranger. Cute stranger.
First of all, I know.
Hey,
but don't hit on me, okay?
Have you maybe picked up on who the 3 romanceable options you've received so far are?
Yep.
All 3 of the people who noticed you were hot immediately and went, whoa.
Whoa. Oh, did you just call me cute?
Did you
no!
call me cute?
No boiled peanuts!
Boiled peanuts!
I feel like the boiled peanuts are the thing that are going to be haunting me throughout this game. Hi, I'm Dawn. I was helping Stella with the video and something terrible happened. I've been through a lot. I'm not in the mood to... I'm just gonna say hi, I'm Dawn. Wait! I didn't realize there was more options, but it's fine. I think I would have still chosen this. I think the other one was, I just saw, like, a man die or something. So definitely I'm not gonna go with that.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kanika. You must be Tabitha's cousin. Yep.
Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us.
It's really important, Kanika. Okay. My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Heads up, Kanika. This is graphic. Duke got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? We can watch this without you. You know, I have a harder stomach than any of our friends. I'm pressing play.
Silence washes over the room as the video plays. I'd like Sybil's, like, glasses.
Like anime glossing over so you don't see your eyes. Stella, what the hell is this?
But we'd like to know.
Sailor Moon.
That's
Also, boom. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Dawn and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Stella, are you okay? Did you get hurt? I'm fine. Really, I'm okay.
I'm gonna remain silent. This has nothing to do with me. Remain silent. I remain silent.
Poor Duke. Poor Bo. Has anyone told him yet? We talked to the police. I hope they told Bo, but Earl and Deputy Franklin don't seem like in much of a hurry to do anything.
I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. I agree. I didn't like yikes. The top one. Yeah, I agree. Those things are still out there. As long as they are, more people are in danger. So very true, but not for the reason you think. These things, my grandmother called them ditchlings. They are a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. Ugh.
Mom, come on. Whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Dawn with your with this tally.
I'm gonna look up what talipo means.
It might be like some Wiccan thing, because I know she's like super into spiritualism and stuff.
Is a creature of North American folklore, particularly in Appalachia. Alternative name includes tailbone, tailbones, tailbone. Yeah. I can put a picture for you.
Does it look like a bobcat?
Kind of. Like a
yeah, I'm about to say I've heard of these
thing.
before. I've never heard it called a talipo, but I guess I just didn't remember.
You probably would have heard it more than me, being
I fucking love cryptids.
Also being in North Carolina, I feel like if anything,
I don't do anything in this fucking state, man. A man just died. Have some respect.
We have respect by doing this. Anika, sweetie, let your mother talk. It is kind of, yeah. These creatures themselves are harmless to people, despite that grisly scene in the woods.
How can you say that? Duke is dead.
Unfortunate accident and nothing more. See, I wonder, it's like, what? It's like, well, why did this happen if they're, like, not harmful? You know? I guess that was the
thing. I mean, I can kind of like cut to the chase a little bit. Remember, the creature did not shoot the gun. It lifted the barrel of the shotgun to protect itself.
Okay. So it wasn't that it pointed it in his direction.
It did not specifically point it at his chin. It just lifted it as high as it could reach, so that way it was as far away from shooting it as possible. And Duke's like chin just so happened to be right there.
Okay. Just as a bird flocks before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. C1 is to be cursed by fate.
Jesus, Mom. They've clearly had a rough night. They don't need this. It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. Stella, whatever those things are, they aren't magic. We can't rule that out, not after what we saw. But fine, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw the chicken in our video. What was that growth?
Maybe the ditchlings were here for Duke. I don't think so. The keen eye makes more sense. Yeah. Let's
I kind of want to just skip right to because Silveroon even called it out in chat. There was like a silhouette of some sort of embryo.
I did see that. Could you just like scroll down fast then so I can see the other ones?
Sure.
Okay, yeah. Do the keen eye. I saw something squirming around in that chicken.
Maybe it's some sort of parasitic larval stage, part of their life cycle. But I don't want to jump to any conclusions about something like this, or something this out there. Not without doing some research or talking to a biologist. I'm sure there's a rational explanation that'll clear all this up.
Oh dear, I've forgotten entirely about the tea. You didn't tell me the whistling that you heard like 2 minutes ago? I'd put on, let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves.
I don't know. It's getting late. I should let Dawn get some rest.
You think I'm going to be able to sleep? Huh?
I ran a rag today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror.
I can keep going, I'm still wired. Yeah, I'm ready to pass out. It was nice meeting you, though. You don't have to leave on mine. I want to go home, thank God. Let this miserable night finally end. I'm tired as... No, we gotta keep going. If you're tired, I can let you, like, leave, though. But yeah, I can keep going. I can't sleep after just seeing a man die. I can stay out. I'm still wired from everything that happened.
Okay, maybe it's that I'm eager to get home and start doing some research. I'll ask around on my usual forums to see if anyone has information on ditchlings. Is that what you called them?
That's right. You can go on home now and do try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul.
Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see you. Bye, Dawn.
Goodbye. Where are we going anyway?
Remembered your name immediately. I wonder why.
It's because I'm hot. It's excellent ice warm. Though with the night getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Help wake up the bone. Hey, can I not, like, ask real fast about Wayne and, like, I don't know.
She said not to worry about it.
Okay, I guess not. Be careful out there, both of you. Yes, Mike, we're just trying to wrap up this chapter. It's a little longer than normal, but it's fine. I'm okay. I'm happy with it.
All right, let's head back home. My home, I mean. And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want.
Jesus, this hot options. This hot option's also like the peanuts option. It's like, what the frick, man?
I like how you have two landmines.
I think I should probably head back. Tabitha has a conniption. Probably head back and check out. See, yeah, I think we should check in on Tabitha.
This one?
Terrified. Thanks, I'm terrified of seeing Tabitha. I should probably check in on Tabitha, especially with how much she's called us. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet of you. Are you sure you're okay heading back up the mountain alone?
Sybil said those things were harmless. Yeah, Sybil said it'll be fine, so I'm hoping that's the case. Yeah.
Well, I won't stop you if you really want to go back. Here's my number. Call me when you get there, okay? And good luck.
And Stella exchange
I'll see you tomorrow.
numbers. I would say, yeah, we're in this together.
Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy.
Begin the long hike back up to the Scarlet Estate alone. Don't listen to any whispering. Almost home. You've made it. Salvation is that you make a mad dash for the door. Try the door?
You think she leaves it unlocked?
Reasonable. Maybe we can knock first.
Hello, it's me.
As you raise your arms, the door swings open.
Where
Yes.
the hell have you been?
Back, I texted you back. You know anyone named Wayne? That's all of a sudden.
You should do all three of these straight up.
I called. Okay.
I will let you know that in my playthrough, I stayed with Stella, but non-romantically. Like I just slept on her couch.
Well, like I was thinking it could be like something where like we help her study, but I was like, Tabitha's probably going crazy right now, so I figured I'd rather just come back. Yes, let's do. Like I called you back as soon as I had reception. Yeah.
You did? I didn't notice. Oh, well, okay, cool. Well, we're still doing this.
Yeah, I mean, she still could have said, I didn't see my text anyway. It's whatever, yeah. You know anyone named Wayne?
I employ over 100 people. I'm sure I know a Wayne. Now, I find it interesting because do you think that they chose this sprite on purpose? When she answered that question.
Maybe. I don't know how many sprites she has, so I don't know if this one's
A lot.
a suspicious one, but
Well, think of it this way: if based on the sense that she just said, wouldn't she like? Why wouldn't they just use one of her normal board?
well, I mean,
sprites,
it's not like
right?
we can't ask really anything else. Let's see. Go
Yeah.
down. Got suckered into Girl in Town.
I met this girl town. We hit it off.
None of your business. Say nothing. Should we say either I watched a man die or look I got suckered into something? Do you think we'll be able to extrapolate if we say the look I got suckered into something?
I don't think so. I don't think she gives a fuck.
Let's just say I watched a man die tonight then. Straight to the point. I went to the woods with this girl. I meant to find some cryptids and ended with us watching a man die. I don't know if you can't believe us, but whatever.
Ah, so you met Stella then. Ugh, explains everything. And she's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. See you tomorrow.
Okay, good night. I need to leave this town as fast as possible. Wait. Can you tuck me in? Say nothing. I'm just the first one, right? Okay, good night. I mean, I will say, we're honest. We told her. You're all alone in the estate. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave night behind you. You settle into your room. You remember that Stella asked you to call her once you got back. Let's call her. Pull out your phone and call.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, that sounds a little different, like she's been crying.
Did you make it back all right?
Yeah, how are you? I died, actually. Yeah, how are you? Are you good? You okay?
This one?
Yeah. I'm alright, how are you?
Totally fine. I mean, as fine as I could be, I guess. You don't have to worry about me. Go get some Z's, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
I feel a little bad. I didn't realize she would cry, but I mean, reasonable, I guess. From the relative safety.
She clearly had a connection with Duke, and his brain was splattered all over the tree canopy. So yeah, that's pretty upsetting.
Yeah, from the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe in your... Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. But maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. Nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. Well, she did say catastrophe, Sybil. Back? No.
How very Halloweeny.
Yeah, that was specifically a carved pumpkin, too. That's a lot of locks.
So back when this game first came out, Scarlet Hollow Chapter 1 was free. and you got all of what we
Wow.
just played for free.
Okay.
Finish an episode with hot as one of your traits. Finish episode 1 with keen eye as one of your traits. Very
And that'll
interesting.
just happen if you make the option.
All right, we're going to
I will
save.
say I did forget that she's all by herself, but I still think I would have ended up going back home, at least for the first night.
I mean, I will.
Chill.
I will let you know that if you do stay with her, well, I don't know. It might have been different.
I don't think that you proposing sex would have actually led to anything, because I think she was obviously suppressing a lot of emotions at the time. But when I stayed with her and just slept on the couch, she quietly sobs to herself the entire night, even if you're there.
Oh, okay. So maybe we wouldn't have been much help anyway.
Yeah, it's not a huge difference, but yeah. So that was Scarlet Hollow, episode 1. Hypothetically, the plan is that so there will be much less of an intro next week. Obviously, hopefully, I also won't be late by 13 minutes. So we should be able to pretty cleanly get through episode 2. And then 3, and then 4. 4 will be after Halloween at that point. I'm taking the 31st off, so I don't know if you're going to join me if you have time, but I was planning on playing something spooky on the 31st, since we're not doing the Scooby-Doo campaign Scooby-Doo campaign anymore. But
let's see if we could do.
But yeah,
Thursday.
Tell me what you think. Clearly you liked it, but tell me what you think.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I do like that I have you to kind of be like, Saba, you didn't make a monumental mistake here, because I'm and I already told you, I was fine. It was a choice for either both bad situation, it would have ended negatively either way.
My assumption, and I do not know this, and I don't know if I would necessarily sacrifice a playthrough to try. Well, maybe I would save and then pick the flashlight option and then see what happens. But my assumption is that Gretchen slips out of your thing and you are forced to go to that spiral with all the animals, and you find Gretchen there, and Gretchen has a parasite.
I imagine, Gretchen.
Yeah,
Gretchen would have been gone. But
well, that's the thing. It doesn't kill the animal.
But clearly it's bad. It's not a good thing.
Clearly it's very bad, but it does not kill the animal outright. Something that I misinterpreted, that maybe you kind of misinterpreted in the same way. When you inspected the chicken's wing, it was busted, right? It was all fucked up. That is not from the creatures. The creatures
No, that's where she slipped.
Yeah, exactly. That's where she stepped on and crushed its wing. When I first did this, I thought that was oh my god, they're violent, right? I thought it was oh, these creatures are outright terrifying in that way.
I mean, they did take the chicken, so
right, but they so I will explain that slightly as well. They kind of get into this more in episode 2, but it's very brief, and I don't know if we'll get to it because we don't have Booksmart. In episode 2, there's a little bit of a study session that goes on, and because I had Booksmart, I had access to fucking all of this info about all these different cryptids, and I don't know if we're gonna get that in this one. Straight up, I assume it might just be 3 or 4 cryptids as opposed to the 20 that I was able to read about, right? Those things, the ditchlings, their whole thing is that they wander towards catastrophe, right? So that's they just want to be around catastrophe when it happens. Think of Absol from Pokemon, right? Where it's they don't cause it, they're just omens for it. And the number of ditchlings is directly proportional to how bad the catastrophe is going to be. So that's why they're
so this
breeding
place is gonna
more
get nuked.
This Saba, straight up, I believe in the book they say that a murder is 1 ditchling and a serial killer is 2 ditchlings.
So we're about to be possessed by demons that will kill
is going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I'm telling you this ahead of time just because I don't know if we're going to get that next weekend, next Sunday. But that's the context, and that's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, so there you go. So yeah, we'll be back with more Scarlet Hollow next weekend. More Chrono Trigger as well. I had a fucking awesome time with Chrono Trigger yesterday. Straight up, I don't know. We'll discuss it next Saturday. Maybe we can just do voice acting for Chrono Trigger, because like I went back and I watched like the VOD, and it's like there isn't really as much dialogue as I thought there would be.
We could just
Obviously,
also do the main people, right? Maybe we don't voice literally everyone, but just like
NPCs and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I mean, my plan was for each of us to have 2 characters, and then I would have 3. And I think we have enough people for all of them. So it's like, I don't know, like, would we voice like the king? Maybe, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There would be a lot of scenes where we would have to like skip people if we're only voicing the main cast. But how about like just important people? We'll obviously cross this bridge when we come to it.
Yeah.
But like, I'm trying, like, essentially what I was doing was I was like, was there a scene where more than 3 people were talking? And not really. So I think we could probably try to do voice acting next week. Obviously, that's kind of up to Adrian's discretion as well, but regardless. Thank you for sticking around. This was awesome. I will see y'all next week.
Yep. Sure.
Ciao, ciao.
Okay. Well, that was good. Definitely hitting the spooky vibes. The only thing that I get really kind of upset about is like making a really, really bad choice that like, oh, I just didn't realize that that would be the case. But I don't know, I'm hoping maybe Zach could be like a little bit of like my safety net for that. I'd like to think I think reasonably, but I may be also a bit too much of a coward, because I'm a coward. I think that's one of the reasons why I did not choose to go after the stuff. But also, seeing a guy shoot himself was pretty traumatic, and the characters, at least the ones we've met, seem to reasonably respond that, yeah, that was messed up, and I don't know, we should maybe not be seeing that. But yeah, okay. I still got a couple of days where I may have lighter workload, so we may come back with, like, more Coral Island. I'm gonna see if maybe I have the energy for World of Horror, because that'll be me trying to get more achievements in World of Horror. So yeah. But it's officially, at least in my mind, the start of spooky stuff with Scarlet Hollow. Man, now I kind of wish I could do a playthrough with Mystical and talk to animals, but I do not own the game. Who knows? Maybe I'll wishlist it on Steam. Anyway, thanks for sticking around, and until next time, thank you and bye.